Alright, yo yo yo, it's your boy Neo, and we are back with more D&D action. So, the last time we stopped with our heroes, you guys had just arrived at the village, the Dragonborn village of Irisk, and upon entering, Drake had identified himself as such, and the guards took him to the Lawkeeper's office, aka Edisot. Once they arrived, they were told, well, you guys were all told that he was actually a wanted man for thievery being committed by his family, supposedly. No, you're good, Bill. Anyway, so they ended up putting him in chains and throwing him in jail and telling you guys that you were free because you are not tied to his family and stuff like that, so you could do whatever you want. So you took it upon yourselves to investigate what was going on. Before you guys started to investigate, Anara ended up talking to somebody in the tavern and figured out that there was a secret meeting that she attended. They gave her some insider information about something from her past. Uh, Anara, I'll end up giving you more details on that later, probably after the session. That way you can start thinking about anything that you need to for it. But anyway, so Anara had left you guys to investigate alone, and Drake was in jail. So the four remaining heroes took it upon themselves to go and search down the culprit who supposedly framed Drake's family and got them thrown in jail. So you guys set out by asking a lot of the traders and some of the townsfolk what was going on, and you got wind of the name of uh, Martin. How were you intending it to be said? Because we said like 5 different variations.
Which one? Mimrod?
Yeah, Mimrod.
It's like Nimrod, but with an M.
That's what I thought, but we called it Myrod at first.
Nope.
So
Nope, I did that
yeah,
on purpose.
yeah, that's what I thought. So Mimrod, you guys heard the name. Mimrod was a red dragonborn with a broken horn, and you guys found him at the trader's post. He was buying produce to make a sandwich, and you could overhear him talking about how this is going to help his rise to glory and stuff like that. And pretty much he was excited at the fact that Pyrrhus was not in his way anymore, and he'd finally get some recognition from his people. Yeah, a sandwich. Anyway, so you guys ended up tailing him, and uh, after you had investigated for Drake's family household, as you were leaving, Mimrod was going inside, or he was heading towards the door, and he questioned you guys as to why you were in there, stating that it was made clear to everybody that during the investigation no one was to go in there. After him telling you that, he sort of suspiciously hung out, and you guys hid away and saw him go inside, but you waited for him to leave before you entered yourselves, which is where you found a sort of like a map that had this little red X and a specific location, which is still on the map if you look currently. You went over there, you didn't see any items or anything, so you figured this must be a meeting point of some sort. So you brought this evidence to Edisot, and Edisot said she'd bring it up in the council meeting later that night, which she did. The council meetings are held in public. That way, no one is blindsided by the actions of the council. So they voted, or they discussed the new findings, and you could see Memrod was in the meeting, or he attended the meeting, and he became quite a bit nervous. And after the meeting, he had left and gone straight home. So you didn't find anything out or find anything else out about him or his actions or activity. Then it came to the vote for whether or not the Dragonborn would go to war with the Kobolds to gain a superior advantage on all their trades for the future. And it came to a 50-50 vote, 2 versus 2. So they concluded that the vote would be held the next day at noon between the second highest families in each clan. Of course, Pyrith happens to be in jail, so he does not get a vote. So it is a three-way vote. The next day, you guys went and attended this council meeting, which it was a 2-to-1 vote in favor of going to war with the kobolds. So Joram went ahead and gave orders to all his troops to start prepping everything to go to war. It's Jurim. I've been saying it wrong, which is fine. It's fine. Anyway, so Jurim.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Jurim gave orders to all the soldiers to start prepping and getting ready for war. Edisat and Simoth went to the back jailer portion to talk privately because they were frustrated at how the votes came out. And that is where we left our session. Currently, I believe all of you are inside of the council chambers right after the vote has been given. And this is when you guys notice Anara walk through the front door very late to the party.
Are you telling me that I lost a arm wrestling contest with a guy with the name of Jew?
Yeah, you lost to a Jew.
You lost?
He lost.
Oh,
You
no.
got 3 like that rolls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not. I think it's hilarious.
I lost.
Sorry.
All right. So yeah, you lost to a Jew, which is fine.
Thank you, Brady, for orchestrating that for me.
Yeah.
I,
Hey, it was his role versus Jurim's role, and
I
Jurim rolled
appreciate
better.
that coming up in gameplay.
Yeah. It was a big event too. Everybody was at the tavern.
Was it really? Yes.
I got slammed through a table.
Yeah,
Did
he
you-
said. Yeah, so the way it worked is he started getting the edge, and then he started getting the edge more, and then the final roll, Dvorkin literally rolled one less than Jurim, and that's when Jurim eased up a little bit, and right when they got to the starting point, he looked at him, grinned, winked, and then slammed the shit out of the table, snapping it in two. So Tony also lost 20 gold because he had to pay for the table. So
Oh no.
Yep.
so it was.
How did you get into the arm wrestling match? What did you do?
I think he flexed on him, so Jurim challenged him.
No, he just challenged me out of nowhere, man.
Oh wait, yeah, that is how it works. He just saw you and you were trying to look all, I'm in half work, and he's like, you look like a sizable opponent, so I challenge you to an arm wrestling match, and that's what happened. So
This streak goes untarnished.
yeah, he's like, I've never lost before, and then that was what reeled Dvorkin in. He's like, I have to beat you,
Got him. Got him.
but he didn't. So, but it was hard fought. All right, so yeah, the council meeting has just ended. The Dragonborn are going to war with the Kobolds. Edisat and Simoth are in the jailers speaking with each other. For Drake, you know that they're there, but you can't hear what they're saying. Anara has also just entered the council chambers for the first time since she had left. So she is back in the fray. Are y'all gonna do anything, or are we just?
Yeah, gonna...
Oh, hey, Nora.
I'm in fucking jail, so there's that.
Long time no see. Where you been?
Doing some stuff.
Okay, well, let's
I'll
tell
tell you
you
about it
what
later.
just happened. And we tell Nora everything that happened.
Okay, so you spend about 10 minutes or so telling her exactly what you guys have been doing. You've been trailing Mimrod around, trying to clear for Drake and his family's name. And you feel like you're on to something, but you just haven't been able to finalize any evidence or find any hard evidence, just circumstantial evidence.
Okay.
Well, this is unfortunate. I guess we're going to war with the kobolds. I
Wow.
think everybody.
Wait.
Well, the town is going to war with the kobolds. We're not necessarily going to war with them.
Yeah, we can. We. I think it's best to monitor the situation.
Do I know that?
You do
No.
not yet.
Probably not.
No one has told us in jail anything?
No,
You're
you
in
guys
jail.
are
Probably not.
What bastards?
you're convicted
so,
criminals.
Did they find who did whatever they think that he did? I
No,
forgot what
we
they
They
looked
have-
for
did.
evidence, but we couldn't find too much.
We
And
have a
then
suspect.
we have a suspect. It's the Fadreg's family's
Memrod.
Nimrod. Yeah, he's like the,
His family's Memrod.
yeah, Nimrod, the third in command for the trading guild or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Traitors
He's
clan.
trying to- Traitors clan is trying to take out Fadreg's father, and
Okay.
he was spotted at their house after we went there, and pretty sure he planted the items in the house and tried to make it look like Fadreg's family did it.
Okay. I don't even remember what they did or what they thought.
They were accused of stealing items from the trader stalls.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which
Then they had
the
a-
guards ended up finding a lockbox inside of their house that had all these items in it. So obviously they arrested them and started the investigation. What the
Did we
party
search their
found,
house and
yeah,
look
they
for
searched.
tampering?
Yeah, you guys looked at the house and you found the lockbox there. And what you found to be most notable was the fact that the bookcase is normally bolted to the wall, but in this case it wasn't. And it was very visible to see that there was something going on here, like that it was moved. It was also found that the lockbox, there was no way to lock it. The lock was pretty much broken, so it opened, so it would be easier for whoever put this here to find it.
Okay.
So you think that someone planted it there with the intention of it being found and opened.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
And
See.
yeah, since then, it was brought up at the council meeting that this was found, and it was somewhat new evidence because they found the lockbox obviously, but they didn't see that it was intentionally left unlocked. So that's new to them, and they brought it up at the council meeting, and it was after that they had mentioned Memrod's name that Jeff was able to tell that he was very uneasy, and he sort of started to not, like, you haven't seen him since that council meeting, which happened the night before.
Got it.
You also found Jurum's right-hand man at that X part. So that was Shazir. He is pretty much like the tactician and I guess the scribe, I guess you could say, for the soldiers. So he keeps Jurum informed of what's going on and all that stuff, while Jurum makes all the final decisions. But he was actually, he was at that spot on the map that you found, but he was fishing. And yeah, so at this point, for Drake, you're in your cell and you can hear the talking of Edisot and Simoth.
Fishing is.
Okay.
And then
What do
yeah,
they
What are you
think?
talking about?
you can't quite hear it, but you can definitely hear that Edisot is very frustrated.
Okay. Still in jail.
Yep.
Just gonna.
There's nothing you want to do in jail.
Well, there's really nothing he can do in jail. I'm waiting for you guys to figure out what you guys want to do outside of jail.
I'm
Let's.
I
I'm
don't
mildly
know.
pleased with the fact that Adasat seems frustrated because it means something might be going right, maybe.
Let's go try to talk to Edisot, see what's going on.
Cool.
Yeah, so all the council chambers are starting to sort of like all the people are starting to funnel outside, and Jurum and Shazir go into his office, leaving the door open as they start to grab different like formation maps and stuff like that to start planning their strike against the kobolds. And then Brennery has gone ahead and decided he was going to go back to his hunter's hut and get ready, or try to figure out what provisions they could provide and if they needed to do any extra hunting.
Okay.
But you said you want to go talk to Edisot?
Yes.
Okay. So you know she's on the other side of that door. So you walk on over there and you sort of knock a couple times. And it is at that point... Oh, Bill left. He's back. It's at that point that the door opens and Edisot stands there. I'm in a very important meeting. How can I help you?
We'd like to discuss a few things when you have a spare moment. When shall we come back?
What does it pertain to?
Just want to talk to you about the recent vote in Fedreg's family.
Actually, come on in. And she opens up the door, allowing you to gain access to the jail.
All of us, or just him?
All of you.
Yay. Family reunion.
Yes. Martin or Fredre can hear as the door is opened, and you can see at the end of the hall your companions.
Oh, they're like in the actual jail cell area.
Yeah, they're in the area.
Okay.
They're not in.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Hey.
Yo.
how's it going? In the jail? So,
Do not
good
speak
job.
to him, please. We're still trying to figure out what to do. We want to enact one of our older laws that allow those who have been tried and jailed but do not have any actual evidence against them themselves to be freed for 24 hours before returning to jail. And this allows them to sort of help clear their name, but we're trying to figure out how to go about it without angering Jurim.
What would he have against it?
Say what?
What would he have against him coming out of jail?
Well, the fact that he is a wanted criminal as of right now until we clear his name would be one reason. Two,
Okay.
it could be seen as maybe a way, or maybe he would see it as us trying to undermine him and overthrow him. So it could be seen as a threat that we are enacting other laws and possibly trying to prevent this war.
Okay. Well, can we help you look up this ancient law or facilitate it? in any
Oh,
way?
no need to look it up. All council members know of it. It's just how do we go about doing it without raising too much suspicion? Because we also don't want to make it look as if we had anything to do with this either.
Can we disguise him, or
No, that would be... If the disguise was found out, it would be even more suspicious. Was there anything else that you found at the house? Anything that could possibly need for Drake's own eyes to look at?
just the chest being out of place? Just the bookshelf being out of place. Seemed like it was moved, and there's a spot with a chest behind it, and the chest being unlockable. Is the only thing we remember
Yeah.
seeing.
So she sort of ponders for a second or two, 1 second, and then she walks over to Drake's jail cell and looks over at him. Drake, when you left your home, what do you remember about the bookshelf?
It was bolted to the wall.
Interesting. And how long had you had that bookshelf? Do you remember?
I don't remember getting it.
So
That's
you can,
everything.
yeah. So your father sort of speaks up, and I don't have a voice for him, so I don't want to make one on the spot. I want to think about it. Anyway, he speaks up and says that they had purchased this bookshelf when Vertrag was about a young boy, and that it was bolted. So she looks at you again and goes, It would seem that we need to confirm that the bookcase in fact was bolted, and I need your eyes to show me. So, Semyoth, do you agree with this? And she shakes her or nods her head yes. Well, all you need are 2 council members that agree, and she flicks the lock with a key and opens up the jail cell. So you are hereby granted a 24-hour release, but if you are not back here in 24 hours to be put back until there is a trial, you will be hunted and there will be severe consequences that could include death. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. And she sort of winks at you. Everything's going to be okay. Now your things can be found over there, and Simioth has opened up the evidence locker and is starting to grab or sort through a bunch of different bags. And she picks one out that has for Drake written on it, and she hands it to you. And it has all of your possessions, including armor and any trinkets or anything like that.
So I get everything back, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For 24 hours. Yay.
That's some short bail.
All right, now go ahead and please investigate your home for you know what is out of place based on since before you left home.
Okay.
I couldn't have said that any worse if I tried.
It's
So-
my personal experience.
Yeah.
We should be the only ones that are allowed in the area, correct?
Yes, no one else unless they are helping with the investigation, which, since I am the lawmaster, only my people and you may enter. So, if you see Mimrod again and he enters, you have my permission to put him into custody.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright, well, make it quick. You're burning precious time.
No. Alright.
So, she
Go
sort
to
of...
my house.
Yeah, she walks out and heads to her office.
Thank you,
Simioth does the
Edisot.
same.
Simon. Hi.
Don't
Thanks.
thank me yet. Thank me when you clear your name. It's alright.
Anyway,
So you're heading
like
to
we
your
should-
house then?
should go to my house, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Alright, so as a party, you guys are heading towards Drake's house, and outside of his house, you see Shazir currently like fiddling with the lock a little bit, and then he sort of stands back, and you can see him put some like, I guess, white paint in the form of an X over the door.
What you doing there, bud?
Ah, yes. I was actually told by Jurim that this house would be condemned and need to be cleansed later. So, for now I am locking it up, making sure that everyone sees you should not enter this place.
Hold, Shazir.
Loud. That is not
You are.
loud. The fuck?
You are. What's the word?
Out of bounds.
Sure, out of bounds with your actions. We are conducting an investigation.
That is true, and so far there is zero evidence that help you, but there is all the evidence that go against you, which, curious, why are you out of jail?
A vote has been made. I am granted a brief 24-hour period of respite to aid in seeing what is out of place in my own home.
Yeah, well, I guess I shall supervise you as you look around, and he says, but try not to touch anything, even though it may be hard. I know what it is like to be, you know, a young boy coming home. And he opens up the door and walks inside.
As Drake hears Shazir say that, he's like, this is why I left, this is why I left, this is why I left. He's just like thinking that to himself.
Tony, this is Shazir, and he is the right-hand man to Jorim, or Jurim, as we
Okay.
now will call him.
Sorry, my roommate came busted in my door, so I had to mute myself for a little bit.
Did you Dvork and uppercut him?
No.
You should have, but All right. Anyway, so you walk
That'd been
inside,
hilarious.
and it's at this point that you can see that the bookshelf is still sort of out of place. You also see the claw marks on the side, and you see, I guess, the the weathered down portions where the lockbox was sort of shoved in place by force. So it sort of left like a, I don't know, a weathered looking pattern on the side of the wall.
Hmm.
Do we need any perception rolls or anything?
So
For Drake, can go ahead and roll investigative, but only him since he knows exactly how everything should look.
Okay.
yeah, so while he's doing this, he very obviously has his hands held behind his back.
Mm-hmm.
So he just sort of like bends over, looks at everything. It's like, man, this definitely looks very strange.
Yeah.
As he looks at the bookshelf.
And as you're looking at the bookshelf, your keen dragonborn nose picks up the smell of fresh salami coming from the cuts, the claw marks, and you know that salami in dragonborn culture is used exclusively to make sandwiches.
Mm.
It smells like salami. Why does it smell like salami?
Shazir
Who
kind
is
of looks
trying
at
to
you
make
and
sandwiches in my own home?
are you
That's the kitchen?
telling me that your parents do not enjoy a nice salami sandwich or two?
Well, of course, my parents enjoy a nice salami sandwich or two, but by the bookshelf?
Yes, that is
That's
quite odd, isn't it?
strange.
Maybe they were looking for a good book to read, or maybe they were enjoying a salami sandwich over their new
My
stolen
father
items.
is very, very, very focused man. He would have had his sandwich made, ate it, and then read a book.
Maybe, but the evidence is still stacked against him, and if you do not have anything else that you wish to look for, I suggest that we go ahead and leave this place.
I would like to investigate the lockbox.
Alright, so you look at the lockbox and you try to jimmy it with your sharp claws to see if you can like lock it or pick the lock after what Jeff has told you about it. And you can tell that it is definitely not lockable. And you know that your father specifically has a special lockbox that he keeps all his special belongings, and it is in a different location inside of your house.
So, this isn't actually our lockbox?
No, you know this is not a lockbox that your family has ever owned. Your special lockbox is under the kitchen table.
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Okay, and what does that mean?
Well, if I've never seen this before, and let me just check something real quick. I go to look under the kitchen table.
Okay, so you move
I
the
don't- I
kitchen
don't
table.
I don't like bring out the lockbox or anything for fear of being
Yeah,
accused of sleight of hand.
yeah. So you sort of explain the situation, how your family keeps their treasures in this specific location, and you sort of brush out the dust a little bit, and there's a little metal ring that you grab, and it opens up a little trap door, and there is another lockbox that has your family's sigil on it.
Well, considering that this lockbox is still here, I don't think my
Interesting.
father would have a reason to get another lockbox.
That is very true. I have to agree with you on that one. How about this? You stay here. Don't touch anything else. Let me go get Edisat. I will
Very
be
well.
right back. So he exits the house, closes the door behind him, and you can sort of see outside of the window. He's walking towards the lawmaker's office. And then about 10 to 15 minutes pass, and you see as he is headed back, and he does have the company of Jurum and Edisat with him.
Excellent. Good. Good.
There is a knock at the door, and then Shazir opens up the door. Yes, so, Edisat, I thought this would be of particular interest to you, but Ferdrag here has found new circumstantial evidence that the lockbox may not have belonged to his family like we had previously thought. Oh, what exactly did you find, Ferdrag?
Well, Edisot, first of all, I found our actual lockbox in the same place that it's always been.
And she
Under
looks
the
under
kitchen
the table, and she looks, and she understands that most Dragonborn do have like sort of secret compartments that are not easy to find, but they're also not extremely hard to find. But this one is a little special because of the way the dirt was formed on top of the middle ring, to where she didn't see it, and neither did the rest of the people investigating. So she looks down, very curious. Your father is a very clever man, so I feel like this, the fact that your family's lockbox is here, that lockbox is there out in the open. Jurum, you have to see it now. And he looks, oh, I see plenty. I see that Ferdrag and his friends have made this new trap door and have planted a lockbox to make it look as if his family had nothing to do with it. Edisat looks and shakes her head and says, you have to be kidding me. Jurum, please. Stop being so strong-minded. He's like, can you open the lockbox for Dre? Can you actually prove that that is yours?
I bet you 100 gold that my father could open this lockbox. He has the key.
Fine. Let us go speak with your father. So, Jurum comes over and he picks up the lockbox.
It's
No.
still ours.
Fine. You may hold your tampered lockbox if you will.
I hold my family's lockbox. I cradle it even.
Okay. And then they exit with you guys following to head to the council hall and to Pyrrhus. So as they entered the jail area, they walk by. Pyrrhus, we need your assistance with something. He looks up from the cell. Yes. What could you possibly need from me? I'm a criminal, am I not? This is no time for jokes, Pyrrhus. This could possibly clear your name. Ah, finally you are seeing the way things should be. Anyway, how can I help you?
Hi, father. Do you still have the key to this?
Ha! You found that old thing, huh? And you see him sort of stroke his scales on his left arm, and he plucks out one of the scales, which actually has the end of a key on it. Try this.
Father, what the fuck?
I will teach you many great things about trading in the future. The first rule of trading is to never have everything in the open, but also have everything in the open.
That's gross. I take the key.
Yeah. So you take the key, which is, you can tell that it is literally just a single scale, but it was carved into a key to where it was also able to be placed back into the rest of his scales, making it a pretty hidden key, which is pretty neat. So you unlock the lockbox and it opens up, and you can see pretty much like your family's main like crown possessions. So you've got different scrolls that dictate like when your family was founded. You've got pictures that your father and mother hold dear of you from your childhood that they had an age precipitation to create. Then you also see another set of keys, which are most likely to the trading stall that holds all of the town's valuables that would go to the kobolds. So There's nothing out of the ordinary from what you can tell. But yeah.
I I look at the keys. I'm like, Father. I pick out one of them, and I notice that one of them isn't. And this is like all purely roleplay, by the way. Just
Yeah.
I notice one of them doesn't quite look important enough for trading. So I look at that one specifically. Father, is this from my cage? Being the rabbit cage.
Ah, yes. After your brother told me what happened with that story, I found it quite humorous and felt that that would need to stay in a special safe place. Rabbit
Kept
Slayer. And he winks at you. I always knew my son would come to great odds with a foul beast. And he starts to chuckle, and so does your brother.
It's at this point for Drake sort of like tears up, and no one can really tell if he's happy or sad about this, or frustrated or anything. He's just sort of thinking to himself, what the fuck is wrong with my family?
Okay. So, at this point, Juram looks over. So, what you're telling me is those are the keys to the town's trade stalls. Which means if you have the keys, you would have also a key that would go to that lockbox and lock it. Let me see that trick lockbox. And Shazir had brought the lockbox with. So he pulls it out, and you guys try every single key, and none of them work. Interesting. So this lockbox doesn't even work. And Pyrathon, you know, not to toot your horn or anything, but you're not an idiot. You wouldn't steal items and then throw them in a lockbox that you yourself cannot lock, let alone put it in a location that can be seen out in the open. Edisot, yes. Juram, sorry. I'll keep fucking that up. I would like to have an emergency council vote on the trial for Drake and his family. Well, let me go get Simoth and Brynnery, and I think we can make this happen. So she exits, and Juram stands there looking at you guys. He looks at Shazir. Shazir, you are excused for the rest of the night. Please finalize those plans and get them to the soldiers so that they can mass the weapons that we need for our scouting missions tomorrow morning.
Scouting missions?
Oh, yes, I guess you've been in jail.
I have.
The vote has been passed to go at war with the kobolds.
Dude, what?
Oh, it is too late to retract this vote, but we will become richer and we will become more powerful with this, trust me.
Not like this, Father.
Your father looks at you. Well, son, there's really nothing we can do about this. We are only second in the line. But maybe we can work something out. We will see. We are traders after all, right, son?
That's true.
So at this point, Shazir walks out, and it is at this point that Edisot returns after about 10 minutes of gathering the other two council members, and they all kind of talk it over, and then Edisot comes over. It is hereby deemed by the council that Fredrig and his family have been cleared of all crimes to thievery within the village. At this point, we would like to reinstate your titles and your possessions, as well as your, I guess, well-being. You are free to go. And so the jail cell is opened up, and your mother and sister come and give you a nice big ol' hug.
Mother, can't.
Now, son.
Breathe.
Now, it's okay. We're free.
Oh, suffocating.
Oh, and
Frederick thinks to Dvorkin.
Nah, did you hear him say something? Or nah, I
Nope,
don't.
not a thing.
I don't
Not a
think
thing.
so.
Nope. Heard nothing.
Family love, don't you love it?
It's amazing.
So Jurum looks around, and he's like, "Well, I have more planning to get to. Jurum, if you could come speak with me in my office now that you're free, I need to figure out exactly what trade routes you used. That way I can try to figure out where exactly these kobolds live." And your father, "Oh, well, alrighty, let's go. Get down to business, shall we?" And he walks out, and as he walks by, he puts his hand on your shoulder for Drake. "I'm very proud of you, son, even if you are a rabbit slayer." And then
Okay.
he walks off with Jurum, and your brother kind of slugs you in the arm a little bit, sort of like a brotherly love punch kind of thing.
Yes.
And, yeah. Glad you made it back, brother. Now,
too.
why don't we
Not
go
quite welcome.
find you some new pets, shall we? I only kid. But, mother, sister, we should probably go and tidy up the place. There's no telling what exactly they did. Plus, we gotta start looking for a new place to hide our stolen goods, he jokes. And Edisot turns around. "I would not joke about that, especially in the presence of the council." And,
It's like saying
he
dominant
looks,
airport.
yeah, that's my bad, sorry. And he kind of, like, puts his hand behind his head and starts to, do that awkward kind of ha ha ha, ha ha sort of thing. Anyway, so your family bids you adieu for Drake, and they head home. So,
Well, so, Edisot, any idea who might have tried framing my family?
well, there's one name that comes to mind, Nimrod, of course, but I'm sure there are countless people within the clan that would love to take over your father's place. So, it cannot be determined yet, especially since there is no actual hard evidence.
True.
Anyway, now that you and your family are free, uh, I would like to talk to you about this whole Kobold War thing. So, once your father's done, I need for you to pass a message for me. And
Okay.
she hands you a scroll. Make sure no one sees this leave your hands. Only your father's eyes may see this. Not your mother, not your brother. Nobody.
Okay.
All right. And then she lets go and says, "Well, that'll be all. Now I have to figure out exactly what I have to do for this upcoming war. So if you will excuse me." Oh, and congratulations on being a free man.
Thanks.
And she
Sure.
opens up the jail cell and gestures for all of you to leave.
Sure does feel great. Gotta love the good old sunshine. Yes.
Yeah, so you walk outside the council chambers and you take in a nice breath and you look around at your home, and everything looks to be as is it was when you had first lived there, a while before you had left. There's nothing off-putting or anything like that. And you have a sort of sense of it's kind of good to be home.
Let's see.
What do you guys want to do? Jeff's on the phone
Jurim
right
and
now, so.
Pyre's father are probably going to be busy discussing over the next, I guess, hour or so. So I imagine that they wouldn't have let you try to buy any rare or valuable items during the investigation. May I lead you all to the merchant stalls?
The virgin stalls?
I swear to God. The merchant stalls. You must.
Yeah.
I thought you said virgin stalls. I was like,
No, we
okay.
don't have.
That'd be something else. Dragonborn wars.
They'll be located by the church. There's where all our versions are.
Good
I'm of
spot.
course joking. Don't take that seriously. Please do not try to fuck people by the church. That would be
Hey, Bill's back. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
The virgin stalls. Anyway, for Drake and his family just got released. For Drake was granted a 24-hour bail to go and investigate himself since he was not here during the theft. He was allowed to go and investigate to find if there was anything that was odd, which he found that his lockbox or his family's lockbox was still in the location that it normally is, which showed Jurum that the other lockbox was definitely planted there, and he agreed with it. He also smelt that those claw markings from the bookcase smelled like salami.
Hmm.
And that most likely came from a sandwich. Because
Oyster
salami, salami is only used in Dragonborn culture for salami sandwiches.
That's pretty much all I use salami for as well, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So. Anyway, so you guys have just exited the council, and Drake is sort of like stretching, and he's smelling the air, and he's like, ah.
He's very happy to be outside, not doing an investigation.
Yeah. And so, did you say you were gonna head over to the merchant stalls then?
Yes, for the time being.
Okay.
For a little bit.
Is everyone joining him, or are you guys just like kind of hanging out? Does anyone want to do anything different?
Yeah, I'll go to the virgin stalls.
I swear to God.
All right. Well, you guys head on over to the merchant stalls, and of course, it's the middle of the day at this point, and the hustle and bustle is definitely notable. Everyone's there buying, selling, trading goods. And you notice a couple different faces. Javorkin, you notably can see that there are orcs now in the crowd.
Oh,
Like, actual orcs?
Actual orcs.
Word?
One of them is holding a goblin by his hair. And you can sort of see as he's trying to sell this goblin to one of the traders.
Wait, just the entire goblin?
The entire goblin.
What the?
Come on,
What's
lady,
going on
listen.
in my-
This here's a genuine goblin. You know what you can do with these? I don't want anything to do with that creature. That's gross. In fact, I don't know how you even got it into the city. The guards should have confiscated him and put him to the stake or whatever they do to goblins. Listen, this little guy could help you get into nooks and crannies that you can't get into, but kobolds can. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So Javor can make an investigation check for me real quick.
okay.
What I missed.
You missed for Drake and his family getting freed based on the new evidence y'all found. And now you guys are at the merchant stalls and you see an orc trying to sell a goblin to the Dragonborns. And Dravorkin, as you look at the orc, you can see the paintings on his skin match that of the Bonechewer clan.
Ah. Okay. I go up and I approach him and I say, "Hey, you look familiar."
Question.
Answer.
Do I see this?
Yeah, all of you notice.
Okay.
Well, you notice Dravorkin going to talk. You don't, like, you see this orc, you obviously see
I just wanted to see Javorkin go talking.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you see it. So, you go over and tap him on the shoulder, Dravorkin, and as you do that, he sort of glances at you. Not now, I'm busy. Oh, wait a minute. No way. That's Dravorkin, huh?
Yeah. What's up, man? How's it going?
Oh boy, wait till the chief hears this one.
The chief. Oh, you mean that scumbag of a dad?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. He gave
Why
you a
not?
chance, and look at what you did.
A chance? Okay. Yeah, let's try to throw some morals in there.
Excuse me, storekeeper. I don't want to sell the goblin at this time. I'll be back though. Well,
Where you going?
Javorkin. Oh, I've got other business elsewhere.
Wait, what business?
I've got to go and kill a goblin, I guess. They don't like them here.
Okay.
Nope.
So you working for the chief, I guess still?
Well, I ain't I ain't any member of the Bonechewer family. I'm actually looking for you, so how about you come with?
Looking for me? Why?
Oh, no reason.
Why would I trust you being in the Bonechewer clan?
Bonechewer clan's where you're from too, lad.
Yeah, well, I'm not a part of them anymore.
Obviously. Otherwise, you'd be bloodied by now.
Oh man, you orcs and you bloodied.
Well, half-orc scum doesn't deserve it, that's for sure, and he sort of punches you in the chest.
Whoa!
Yeah.
There is no need for violence here, guys. This
Yeah.
is the merchant's place. We can take that over to the warriors, the soldiers area.
So as you pipe up, he sort of looks at you, and he kind of has to squat to get down on your level. Alright, little lizard, this ain't got anything to do with you now. So I just bugger off, huh?
So why are you looking for me again?
No reason, but we can make this easy or we can make it hard. Your choice.
I don't think you want the hard choice.
Thank you.
I love me a good fight, and he sort of
I'm thinking, do I need to
Hold a
use
person.
darkness to let us get out of here?
Hold a person.
You're gonna hold person on the orc.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All right.
I was just thinking about using darkness.
All
You
right.
don't need to. Do you see everything? Literally everyone else around us is Dragonborn. From
Make a
literally in my
wisdom
village.
save.
All I wanted to do was go to the stalls, say hello to a few friends, possibly check out these gems.
Okay, so you cast hold person, and you can see the orc sort of tense up. Oh,
Hey, go get Edisot, bring her here. I don't like how this guy's talking to us.
No, let's.
I mean-
We don't need to involve them. I want to go see what this guy wants me for.
What do you want with our friend? Tell us now.
as you ask that question, you see him regain the movement of his arms. Fancy little trick you got there. But I'll just need Dravorkin. And he sort of reels back and goes in for a punch to your face, Dravorkin. So he is going to make a unarmored attack against you. But he misses.
Huh.
So, seems like you learned something, huh?
I throw grease on him.
Alright, so you hold out your hand and you splash grease all over him. Oh, gosh.
I get a fireball ready in the other hand. I say, make another move, and you die.
Alright, so not only had you greased him, but you've greased a very good portion of a lot of the trader stalls too.
Whoa!
Okay.
Jeff, no. I just got out of jail.
He sort of
Please,
wipes his
let's
eyes
not.
like, I dare you, little mage.
How about we go fight in the woods over here? Away
Nah,
from the town.
we'll take care of this right here where we're at. And at this point, a lot of the Dragonborn
Did you
have
just
kind
ask
of...
him to take it outside?
Yes, he did. You know what? Travorkin, you can go ahead and stay right here. And I'll be right back.
Okay. Go
So,
ahead, leave then.
He he starts to walk out of the trading stalls, wiping the grease all over everything. He's walking past the produce when he sits there and sneezes all over it. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I don't have any coin to pay for it, but that little mage over there, he's the one that caused all this. I'm actually allergic to grease and all, so take it up with him, huh? And he keeps walking out, and all the produce from what the produce trader is saying to her cohort is ruined. And he starts
Dre
to
sort of like
make out.
walks over, face palming to the produce, and
I-
just starts prestidigitationing it to be clean.
Okie dokie. So you're cleaning all the fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
At
I
which
go over-
you can choose a fruit that they give you for free as a thank you.
Mm.
Also, Adeline has that monkey,
I
so
would
you
like
could get a
apple.
banana.
Yeah, you can get the banana for the monkey.
Give me that banana, bitch!
No, no, no.
Oh, I'll show you the video later, but anyway. So you get an apple. What were you trying to say, Jeff?
Is any of the shop stuff like visibly damaged beyond repair?
No, nothing's damaged. It's just covered in grease.
Okay. How many?
So you're mainly in the produce section, and then there's a couple of armaments and stuff like that, random trinkets that are around the area that are covered in grease.
Is it just like one person's thing, or like 2 or 3 people?
It's about 3 stalls worth of stuff.
Okay. I give them like 250 each.
Gold?
Yeah,
What?
Interesting.
Wait, hold on. How much?
250 each.
You just
First.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and subtract 750 gold then.
Because platinum is what?
The platinum is 10 gold.
Oh,
You thought it was 100?
yeah.
No, it's
I was
10.
I was wondering. I was like, I don't
Wait, I thought
think you
said
have
last
that
time
much
it was
money.
100. I think you said last time it was 100 gold.
No, I've always said it was 10.
Okay. I give them 50 gold each then. Never mind.
Okie dokie. So go ahead and subtract 150 each, or from your thing. Or 15 platinum. Whichever one is easier. And they sort of
Sorry
thank you.
about
And you can also pick out a vegetable or fruit.
I get an orange.
So I don't know
Adeline's
this is
monkey
happening,
sort of
just
looks
sort of
at
like
him,
eating my
and he's
apple.
very upset that there's no banana for him.
Missed
I
opportunity.
go back and get the banana.
You give him the banana.
I give him the banana.
Yeah. So he grabs it and he pushes it against his chest, making the banana split, and you can hear him go
Jesus Christ.
as he eats the shit out of the banana.
Your monkey okay?
Okay.
Does he eat the pill too?
No. He threw the peel, and he kind of watches curiously for someone to step on it.
I don't have much experience with monkeys, but is that normal, Adeline?
Adeline
I'm
just
gonna
received this
assume
monkey,
so.
and you can make an animal handling check to figure out if it is normal or not.
All right. For some reason,
As he does that, Frederick's just sort of like
Yeah.
concerned.
there it goes.
You seem to realize that this is kind of a trained monkey thing. So the previous owner had trained him to eat his bananas as such.
Alrighty.
Frederick looks even more visibly concerned.
So it's at this point, you know that the what's it called? Oh yeah, there it
God.
is. That's the video. So
I'm gonna watch this.
anyway,
Right
so the
now.
orc had taken the back road to exit, and the back road leads directly into the mountains. So.
All right. So is there any indication that he's coming back?
What?
Just the fact that he said he would. Other than that, right now, you just notice that, well, you can't really see it because this is. Think of this as a switchback, so it goes up about 10 feet and then goes up another 10 feet before you can exit out. So it's about a 20-foot tall, like ramp, I guess you could say. So you don't see him exit, but you see him going towards the exit before you lose sight of him.
All right then. Anyway, back to business. I look for Nifa.
Okay.
The jeweler.
Yeah.
I can say all these Dragonborn names. I cannot say the word jeweler.
So yeah, Niffa is on the far side, sort of close to where the blacksmiths are. And you see her over there. She's got on her specialized goggles that have magnifying glasses that allow her to sort of make the engravings of her trinkets that she likes to sell and ornamentations.
Hi, Niffa. Long time no see. How are you?
So she doesn't respond as she is currently fixing a jewel to an amulet.
So, I have some gems.
And she slams her fist down. Fine. I lost concentration. Fine. Fine. Fine.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, for Drake. For Drake's back.
Yes, I've been back for 2 days now.
2 days and
In
you
jail.
didn't come to say hello.
I was in jail.
In jail?
Literally in jail.
What's that for?
Yes. They thought I stole things.
Oh,
The
it's not for the
merchants.
rabbit slaying? Your brother told me the
It's not
story.
for the rabbit slaying.
You are very heroic. And she winks at you.
Ooh.
God.
I kid.
Yes.
So
very
you said you
heroic,
had
thank you.
gems, and she puts her fingers together and starts to meticulously move them together.
Yes, I know you're good for it, so I just wanted to see what you think about these, and I take the Jasper and Chalcedone. Other gems? Out. I take those out.
All right. Yeah, you have a
Um,
Jasper.
That's in the treasure portion of the.
Yeah, I see it. You also have the Amber, but
That's
that is
the-
the Bella Light one. Yeah.
Yeah, that has an actual purpose, so I'm not going to bother with it.
Okay, so you hand it over, and she looks at them, and she says, They seem to have seen a little bit of combat. Have you been fighting lately?
Yes, I can tell you all about that later.
What up, Dan?
Been through quite a bit since I've been gone.
So, for Drake's name has been cleared, and an orc just threatened Tony and said he'd be back, and now you guys are just trading and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I can fill you in on all the minor details later if you'd like, but yeah, so she's looking over and says, well, that sounds like a great story and all. Maybe another day, but are you trying to sell these gems?
I'm trying to get rid of them. They're not very useful for me, after all.
How about 90 gold for both?
Alright, sounds good.
And that is the one-time friendship discount and also a
Thank you,
welcome back
Niffa.
discount. So,
Thank you, I greatly appreciate it.
yes, also, on an unrelated subject, are you planning on staying within the village, or are you going to be leaving soon? Ooh, neat.
It's...
Thanks, babe.
I have an adventuring party that I'm with right now. I gesture toward the motley band of people. Excuse Jeff, he was angry. And we've...
Angry at what?
At the... Did you not see... Oh, you were concentrating, that's right.
Yes, I
You
tend to miss a lot of things.
Grease on an orc for some reason.
Ooh, kinky.
Yeah, see? See? Guys, she gets it. I, gesture toward them.
I feel like they all look at you and sort
I'm
of
gonna
shake their
pretend
head.
I don't get it.
I'm just gonna look the other way.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
well, normally you would not want to start a fight in the trader stalls. That is a heavy penalty.
Yeah. I just got out of jail. I didn't really want that to happen.
Good. Sounds like you got. Sounds like you learned your lesson.
Yeah. You have anything interesting to sell?
Well, and she looked over at your mage friend, Nishan. I sold him one of my two rubies that have magical properties to them.
What kind of magical properties?
So she explains she doesn't really know what they are, but Nishan knows what they are, so he tells you it is the ruby of the war mage, and you can imbue it onto one of your weapons to make it your spellcasting focus.
Hmm. Just makes it my spellcasting focus?
Yeah, it doesn't give it any extra properties or anything.
Okay. I don't know if that's particularly useful for me. Not hiding for anything from us, Nif, are you?
Oh, no, no, no. But
Alright.
we did just get the word that we were allowed to sell our high value items, but I just don't feel like going home yet. I have much work to do. But
Very
maybe
well.
tomorrow, and I feel like most of the merchants haven't stopped their day's trade, so they haven't had a chance to go and get all of their items.
Ah, okay. So, how long would you say this interaction has taken, Brady?
The whole, like, just you talking to her?
All just since we've been at the merchant's place, merchant stalls.
Since you walked into the merchant stalls, it's been about 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Is that long enough for Hyreth and Jurim to finish?
Yeah.
Okay. So I give Adeline like 50 gold.
Okie dokie.
That's from the gems due.
Yep.
Much appreciated.
From. Told you I'd find someone. Anyway. Anyone else have anything you need to would like to accomplish at the here?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm really curious about that work though. There's
Do
no
you want
reason
to
why
go?
there's no reason why he would come all this way and not like have a good reason.
All
Because
the
orcs
stalls
don't
aren't.
come out this way.
It is curious about how why he had a goblin, and B, how he managed to get a goblin in here. We
Yeah,
hate goblins.
And then
We trade
he
with the
also
kobolds.
he also mentioned that he was looking for me specifically. So I don't know if he's gonna come back anytime soon, but I mean we could go follow his trail. See what he's probably gonna go kill that goblin and come back.
I mean, I have no problem with that.
Okay. Alright, so everybody else cool with going to follow this guy?
Sure, why not?
Seemed pretty strong. You shrugged off that whole person very easily.
I don't necessarily want to fight the guy, I'm just trying to figure out what he wants.
Okay, just we can just be cautious, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll try my best not to.
Well, I would like to not dally too long. You guys can go do that. I can catch up later, but I have something that I must do.
Okay.
You okay?
Referring to the scroll,
So from
which
the
needs to be delivered.
So from the trading stall, you see your father exit the council chambers, and he is heading home.
Father, wait up!
Oh yes, Drake. He sort of waves at you and stands about the middle of the town.
Just straight up in the middle of the town.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Father, let's go home.
Well, that's where I was
Have a
heading.
good
So,
sit down.
well, yes, I'd love to catch up on you, and you can tell me about your adventures.
Told you about my adventures, Father.
Well, you can tell me more about them besides the
Okay,
rabbit
Father.
slaying. He gives you a nice
Nope.
chuckle.
Father, is anyone ever going to drop that ever?
I don't believe so. It is your title, after all. And you know how titles work.
Yes, Father. I know how titles work.
So, you accompany him to the house, and you guys enter, and you see that conveniently your family is out buying more food and stuff since they don't have any. But you probably just missed them.
Do the rest of the party know about the scroll?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Father Edisot sent me to deliver this to you. I look around to make sure no one's looking in through the windows or trying to listen in or anything. Do I see anyone?
No, nobody's followed you. No one's looking through your
The
windows
door's
like a
closed and
creep.
everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I produce the scroll for Pyroth.
And all of a sudden, Joram pops out of nowhere. I'm just joking.
Swear to God.
I'm just joking. That'd be a dick DM thing to do. Anyway, so you pull out the scroll and you hand it to him. What is this? And he opens it up.
Edisot just told me to deliver it to you. Your eyes only.
Hmm.
I haven't even looked at it.
Interesting. Son, have I ever told you about the Cobalt trade routes?
No.
Well, there are some of them that are used frequently, and some of them that are not. And
Right.
due to this note, she wants me to go and divulge more information to Jurum about specifically the less frequented routes. The reason is it is said that those are home to foul creatures, and although I do believe Jurum and his tribe could potentially defeat these creatures, it would probably throw off their tracks and delay this battle, this inevitable war. Can I trust you with something?
Of course.
And he sort of looks around as well, trying to make sure that no one is about to come in. He looks out the window. Son, the war is going to happen, regardless of whether the council wants it or not. Jurum has hired a group of orcs to fight the kobolds for us, and it would
What?
seem... Yes.
He doesn't even have the honor of
He doesn't
going
need
through
it.
with his own war.
Oh no, he does. He will fight alongside them, but he's using his tactics that Shazir has given him to throw the orcs at them first, weaken them, find out their tactics and advantages, disadvantages, and then after that, he will be able to come in and wipe the kobolds out very swiftly and with ease, which will probably give him notable reputation.
I look at Dravorkin. Dravorkin, these are your people.
Correction. They were my people.
Okay, fine, they were your people. I guess you don't care about them then, huh?
Well, I care about them, but the people that are the leadership, I don't really care for.
Okay.
Which is the ones that are doing this.
Well then, I mean, I guess that sounds like a fine strategy, a little bit underhanded.
Well,
Who is Shazir? I've never heard of him before.
Shazir has always been around, but he's kind of a keep to himself, work kind of dragonborn.
Oh, like Nifa, okay.
Exactly, but he is Jurum's right hand and tactician. So he comes up with the plans, and since Jurum is not that smart, don't ever repeat that. That is how Jurum looks so good whenever we do go to war.
Makes sense.
So it's probably Shazir that approached the orcs himself. But there's no telling. Regardless, the fact of the matter is that the orcs will lead the first assault, and then after that, hopefully they keep up their word and they will fight alongside us, but I don't know. Orcs are pretty savage. And he looks at you, Dravorkin. No offense.
Hey, none taken, but I wouldn't
Takes that as a
trust
compliment.
these particular orcs.
Oh? And why is that?
So I grew up with this clan. It's called the Bonechewer clan, and they are they might seem friendly, but they're really in it for themselves, and there's no telling what their motives would be for doing this.
Huh. Have you, well, I guess obviously you would not know these kind of things, so you approaching Jurim about this information would be somewhat suspicious, and then he would probably not. Yes, actually, please keep your mouth shut about it. Do not approach any of the other council members with this.
All right, I will zip my lips.
Thank you.
Nice. I thought it sounded familiar. I was like,
Oh yes. Yeah, I've been practicing, but you know I can't get it just like him. I'm not a voice actor after all.
Yeah, they're paid voice actors. So.
Anyway, for Drake, if this is what Edisot needs, I'm going to go ahead and head on back to the council chambers and try to fulfill her request. So, if you could, I don't want you going near them orcs.
We'll be careful, Father.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess you are an adult now, even if you were just a rabbit-slaying adult.
Swear to God.
And he, will you be here for dinner?
Yes, we here.
Excellent. We can talk all about your adventures with your friends here, and you guys are invited too.
So, you guys, you like food?
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Please prepare a lot of food.
Yeah, most days.
He looks at
Well,
Adeline.
maybe
We
all
even
the
can
food
get
up.
bananas for your monkey.
I smile gratefully.
Your monkey smiles and claps its hands. It seems to know what the word banana is.
I would imagine so.
Well, I better go ahead and take care of this. If you could, be back by about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
And what time is it right now?
Currently, it is 1:30.
Okay. I think we can manage that.
Cool. Cool.
Swear to God.
Just everywhere. It is. So he gives you a hug, and then he
Hug him back.
and then he walks out and you still have your key to the house, don't you?
What?
Oh well, I guess not. And he sort of reaches
I
at
swear
another
if
one
you
of the
get another key
scales
from your scales.
and
Oh,
he picks
my
it
God.
out and says, "Here,
Father.
but I need one of your scales."
Frederick sort of like gags.
Come on,
Okay.
don't be a wimp. You slayed rabbits. This is nothing. I'm sorry, I should not say that to me.
Father, have you ever wondered why we're blue and the others are red?
Not really. I don't care. But probably because we are, how you say, more superior.
Okay, Father.
Don't tell them I said that.
I won't. I give him a scale, I guess.
All right. So you can trade scales, and you're a little reluctant at first, but you try to put the scale back in place, even though it's shaped like a key and it fits like a glove. Ah, yes. Glad to see you're finally fully born. Now, just lock up after you're done, and I will see you tonight at dinner. Your mother will be so happy. And so he starts to walk out and head towards the council chambers.
What?
I don't think anyone of them have blonde hair. I don't even think they have blonde or hair at all.
They would if they had hair.
Our scales are yellow, I guess, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Anyway. Alright, guys, let's go trail some orcs, I guess.
Hey.
So this whole process of you talking to your father took about 30 to 45 minutes-ish.
So it's 2 to 2:15-ish.
Yeah, so at this point, when you guys enter the town square, you see that orc coming down the side, and he's accompanied by about 5 more orcs. This time there is no goblin, but there is a. He's still holding something in his hand, and it looks like a sort of sack.
Oh god, please don't tell me it's a sack of goblins.
So he walks down and he goes. He starts to head towards the trading stall, and you can see him sort of looking at the other orcs, and he sort of points in various directions, and they all split off. And then he goes into the merchant stalls.
Can I approach the guards and tell them what I see?
Sure.
See if they're being vigilant.
So you go to the
Hey.
guards, and
Do these guards that I approach happen to be the ones that took me in?
no, those ones are posted at the front gates.
Oh yeah, we're at the.
We're in the center of
They
town.
implemented a guard rotation. I don't know. Hey, did you see those orcs? They look a little bit shifty.
Everyone's shifty in a trader's town, but all races are welcome, and as long as they don't cause trouble, then they are fine. What exactly is keeping you uptight about them?
My friend here says that they're not a very trustworthy bunch.
Well,
You them personally.
unfortunately, we cannot discriminate against untrustworthy folk as long as they bring us business.
It's fair.
But keep your eye out if you see any sort of law breaking. Bring it up, and we'll be right over.
All right.
I go and I approach the guy that I approached earlier.
All right. He's back at the same stall that he was trying to sell the goblin, and now he's got a knapsack that you can see on the very bottom of it is kind of crimson colored, while the rest of it is brown. I've got a special item right here, but I can only give it to you and let you see it after you've paid for it. I don't know what it is, but it smells really bad. I don't think I want it. Come on now, I got rid of the goblin like you wanted me to. Come on, just take a little peek. 5 gold, that's all I'm asking. Just 5 gold,
Who's
and
he
you'll.
selling it to?
He's selling it to a random merchant, one of the ones with the produce. So it's a nameless merchant, and will remain nameless. Anyway.
Okay, fair enough. Sure.
So she's like, fine, here, 5 gold. He's like, pleasure. And he gives her the sack, and when she opens it up, she sort of gasps and then faints. And he sort
Can I
of.
roll to catch her?
You're too far away to get there,
Okay.
even with your ring of jumping. So she faints and sort of falls, and he gives a nice little chuckle and grabs the banana and starts to eat it.
Hey,
Too easy.
hey, Bonechewer.
Javorkin! And he sort of holds out his arms like he's going to give you a hug. But then he reels him back in, fist clenched.
Hey, what's your name?
Don't worry about that, lad. Now, what I do need you to worry about, though, how much you like these Dragonborn,
Well, they're good people.
eh? How do you know you've only been here for, what, a day?
A little bit longer than that.
That's not what my report says.
Oh, your reports? You've been scouting this place?
Oh, maybe I have, maybe I haven't. What's it to you?
What brings you here to this town?
Business. You just
I
saw
don't-
me doing some trading. We got some new products in.
Don't give me that. You know these people don't like those goblins.
We don't like them either. But sometimes a trade's a trade.
What are you really here for, man?
Do you really want to know? And he sort of leans in towards you with a big old orcish smile. You can see his tusks.
Well, I got a feeling like you're here for something that's pretty important with all your men here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't even think you've seen all my men, have you?
Knowing you guys, probably I haven't seen them all.
You can roll an investigation check real quick. So yeah, you can see the 5 that accompanied him, but there's no more than that.
All right. So what's the big idea? Why are you bringing all your men here?
We just got a business contract not too long ago, and we plan to fulfill it. And then, also, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and make a little extra cash, a little extra coin.
Are you threatening these people?
Oh, I haven't done nothing yet.
Yeah.
No, I haven't done nothing yet. You haven't given me no reason to.
Okay.
Anyways, Javorkin, it was nice talking to you, but I'd probably skip town here the next hour or so.
Nah, I'm not leaving these people.
You always were really boneheaded, weren't you? Just like a bone chewer.
Better than being a bone chewer. What are you trying to do to this town, man?
That ain't your concern, and I really highly suggest that you go ahead and leave. There's going to be a war soon.
A war? I know that you guys are probably gonna help out with this whole cobalt situation.
Well, that's classified information. How'd you learn that?
Don't worry about it.
Then you don't worry about me now, huh? I'll see you later, lad. And he sort of smacks your shoulder and starts to walk towards the council chambers.
All right.
We all heard that conversation?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So he's probably gonna go tell those people that I don't know. I feel like these guys are gonna attack this town.
That definitely seems that way. He didn't seem to care about keeping up relations with our merchants anyway.
Yeah, I would probably need to warn these people.
Yes.
Maybe go talk to Jerome.
Jerome's not. I don't know. Maybe.
He's like
the area.
he's like the general of this area. So
Yeah, that's his
He
area.
is one of 4 equally powered council members.
Well, I still think we should inform the council
We should
members. Like you said.
me and Jerome have a good little relationship based off of that arm wrestling contest. So let me just talk to him.
Alright, don't say anything incriminating.
Alright, so you're going to go
Just
talk
got
to
out-
Juram?
I just got out of jail.
Yeah. So do we know where Jerome is?
He's still at
In
the
the
council
council.
chamber.
He's in a council chamber. Is he
Yeah.
by himself?
Well, you haven't been in there, so you don't know. But
He's
Okay.
almost definitely not by himself.
you do know the orc went into that same location. And while
I'm
you
going
guys
to-
were discussing stuff, probably about 10 minutes passed by. What are you going to
Okay.
do, Bill?
Summon my boar to be near at hand. So instead of lurking in the forests, like behind buildings, nearby.
Okay, so he's just walking around sniffing shit and
Mm-hmm.
eating rocks.
Trying not to frighten people, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Adeline, where's your boar at?
Oh, he's right here. And I point behind the building
I-
without looking around.
And you see him, he's got a boulder and he's sort of playing soccer with it.
Like a 300-pound rock, just kicking it around.
Mhm.
Right, okay. Sure. That's fine. I
Alright.
tell everyone to not worry about the boar.
So
It's
at this
there.
point, you guys walk into the council chamber, and Jurim's door is closed, but you can definitely hear 2 people are in there arguing. I wasn't part of the deal now. We were going to help you take out them kobolds, and you were going to get us your most prized possession. So, where is your most prized possession? I already told you, we do not have a most prized possession, so we'll just give you some coin and that'll be that. That wasn't the deal now. You know what? Screw you, Dragonborn, screw this city. I'm out. We're not helping you no more. Where's that contract at? And you can hear like him smack his hand on the table, and you can hear something being shredded. Chief won't like that. And he sort of storms out the door. Javorkin. And then he walks out, or starts walking towards the exit of the council chamber.
I go and I approach Joe
All
or
right.
Jerome, and I ask him, "Hey, what was that all about?"
That was me trying to talk to one of your own people, civilized like, and yeah, that is what I get for trying new things. So my tactician will have an earful of this.
Yeah, those Bonechewer clan men aren't good people.
Wait, how do you know they're Bonechewer?
Oh, they kind of banished me from their tribe.
So you have insider information.
Ooh.
Potentially.
Come on,
Inside.
hurry, have a seat. We must discuss these things. We have to be ready for anything that they could possibly throw at us. How many do they have? What kind of weapons do they use? Do they have any battle tactics? Anything to catch us off guard? As you start trying to say things, you can hear a horn being blown outside.
Does one of their battle tactics involve charging in with a horn?
That's just
it's
not our
possible.
town god.
Wait, is that ours?
So Jurum runs up to the window and he looks. That orc is blowing a horn. Bloody hell, why?
Oh
I
my
would,
God,
I would
Jurum.
get your people to safety right now.
Arm yourself.
Quick! Alert the gods! So you guys all start to run out, and you see this horn, or you see this orc in the middle of the town, and he's doing, or he's keeps on blowing it in different rhythms, and all of a sudden, like all of the Dragonborn that are walking around this area, they sort of look at him and they're all like, "What?" And then you notice a few Dragonborn here and there grab other Dragonborns and pull out swords and put them up to their throats.
What?
It's a coup.
Alright, listen up now. No one has to get hurt here. We just need everything of value that you all have, and we'll be gone. He looks over towards you guys,
Are
specifically at
those actual
Javorkin.
Dragonborn holding actual other Dragonborn hostage?
Roll investigation for me. Yes, they look like Dragonborn.
Suspicious.
So it's like, hey, look, your own people agree with me. So I would just go ahead and, you know what, you lot over there, go ahead. And he throws down an empty sack. You too, Javorkin. That great axe looks great. Get it?
About how many of these Dragonborn are doing that?
Yeah, describe the scene.
We have.
Yeah. So right now, you got you see 5 orcs that have Dragonborns also held, and then there's probably about another 6 or 7 Dragonborn holding other Dragonborns hostage.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Dragonborn have resistance to fire, right?
They have well,
It depends on their color, but
Red.
most of them are red. There's a couple of them that are yellow and blue.
Okay.
what color are the ones that are being held hostage?
All of them are red.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, I'm gonna throw grease. Someone else throw a fireball.
Wait, can I also use my thermostat to make
Before we go
earthquake
ahead with
so
that, I'm
they
going to
flip?
talk to these people.
What was that,
Oh
Anara?
yeah. Oh, I was thinking about using my thermatogi so that I could create a little mini earthquake so they slip on the grease that he put out beforehand. So maybe a few of them could get away.
All right. But
They won't get hurt.
yeah, they don't
Yeah,
get
they
hurt.
They're
shouldn't.
resistant. I didn't say
I mean-
immune.
I mean, it might make them let him go though.
Perhaps, but
Get a little startled.
I'm
What-
throwing it.
you're throwing grease. All right.
Oh,
So.
what?
I'm gonna mount up since I saw him do that.
All right. So you throw grease, and so
What are you people doing?
That's what I'm talking
where do
about.
you throw it?
I'm reacting. I'm not.
I mainly try to hit the main body of orcs with the grease, and I chuck a fireball with it as well.
All right. So right now, so it's a 10-foot radius, and there are 2 orcs that you could get in that 10-foot radius. but just 2 of them. The other ones are all spread out enough to where you would only be able to hit one at a time.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So are you doing it on the one that's been talking, or like just the random ones?
The main one.
Okay. So you do it on him. He's like, this trick again, huh?
And then I throw the fireball.
All right then. And he claps right before the fireball hits. Go ahead. Oh, you already did roll damage. Actually, it misses anyway.
What?
Yeah, you rolled a 13. So it lights the grease, but he's able to jump out of the big grease pit before it sets it ablaze. And at this point, you see all of the Dragonborn that are holding people hostage start to shimmer, and then they become orcs themselves.
Of course they are. Of course they're orcs.
It's a trap.
What did you think was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
So did the other guy catch
Oh
on fire?
shit, that's a lot of people.
All right, guys. I know you're a bunch of murder hobos, but do not kill my clansmen.
Why would we do that?
We'll try.
Because you're murder hobos.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand how you make that.
I don't know what you're
decision,
talking
but
about.
I'll respect your decision.
I mean, I would have to agree.
Yeah.
You tried to kill Roz.
Yeah, I mean he's a.
I hate goblins. Even I talk to Viraz.
Talking schmocking.
Oh my god.
They're obviously like trying to kill us or take something from us that no one else has, like a rare item or anything like that.
Are the red things the
Those are
Dragonborn?
Yeah, those are the dragon, like the actual Dragonborn that are being held.
Does this guy catch on fire?
This one here's the boss man.
Yeah, this
No,
is the
yeah,
main
there's
one,
two.
and then yeah, this one got hit, but he only took.
Just make
2
sure
damage.
I understand what I'm seeing.
So about this guy, is he just sort of like shrugging off this fire? He's like, oh my god.
Well, it's a 10-foot radius, so I assumed
Like,
that
so-
it would be. Assumed that he
pretty
would.
good.
Oh yeah, actually, I guess it.
10 foot's pretty decent. Like, yeah.
So yeah, it would have hit the Dragonborn too. So,
Guys,
he's not-
but he
We
only
will
takes 1
definitely-
damage.
I can
We
just
will
do it right
definitely-
here.
We'll definitely lose this battle.
We
I'll
can
let
do
y'all
it.
know. No,
Really?
I bet we will lose this battle.
So at this point, that one orc looks over at you and says, "All right, Dravorkin, the hard way it is. Kill him, boys!" And you see a couple of the
Oh, wow.
orcs take some of the civilians, slit their throats, and they all fall down to the ground. So let's see. That was a civilian. That was a civilian. And the rest of them take a little bit of damage, but they are soldiers that were caught off guard. Including the one that you hit with the firebolt. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiatives for me.
Wow.
That moment
And
the board
I
has more
definitely-
initiative than you are.
I definitely already ended. I just want to point that out.
No, yeah, I heard you. All right, so first up is Adeline.
All right. I'm going to. What? I can delay my turn right to the end of the order.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So next are the Dragonborn that are the ones that are being held captive are going to try to break of the grapple.
Wait, Anara used her tremor thing as well.
Oh, you know what?
It's a harmless tremor. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure why that didn't work, but the giant boar
didn't
rolled
throw
the
him off.
18, and Adolin rolled the 12. It says that in the chat there.
Oh, so for the sake of simplicity, you and your boar share the same turn in initiative.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Sweet.
shoot. Yeah, I'll do
Makes
that.
it easier.
Yeah. So
Well, then I'm not gonna delay my turn, because that would be dumb.
Oh, you were just trying to delay for your until you got to your board.
Yeah, because they have independent actions. So, but if
Word.
we're gonna do that,
yeah, we're gonna do it that way.
I'm going ham, yo.
Are you about to knock the shit out of this orc?
All right, so
Maybe.
that's definitely 20 feet in a straight line.
Uh,
So I'm gonna tusk with a charge.
Miss.
Of course. That's
I
cool.
mean, it was an 8, so that's fair.
That's pretty bad, yeah. And then for Adolin's turn, I will start hacking and slashing. If you know what I mean. Why can I not find any of my stuff? Here we go.
Miss.
That's
bad, too.
definitely
Oh
a miss.
God.
And I'll use my second action.
Oops.
Miss.
Still a miss. All right.
What?
Yeah.
He's got at least 16 AC.
Go ahead and roll a perception check
Okay,
for
then,
me,
yeah, we're pretty much fucked.
Bill.
All right. I keep closing my character sheet, and that's what's going on.
Well, that's not good. So as you were swinging at him, you could tell that even though he was wearing some tattered like cloth over, when your glaive was going down, it deflected off of some armor that's underneath that, which is probably why you missed.
Did I hear like a metal
Or
clang or anything?
it's because
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
guys heard
2
clangs.
5s.
That
And a
may,
3.
that may be two. So
10.
all right, next then. Oh yeah, they were trying to break out.
Soldiers.
So the 3 soldiers that are still stuck remain stuck, and then these guys will come up and try to fight respectively. Let me get their character sheet out. And they're going to each swing individually at their orcs that are right in front of them, and they all are wielding spears. So this one down here will hit. The one down this way. Let's see. This one. Let's take. Oh, I didn't do. Okay. This one also hits. The other 2 miss. So that is their turn. So the 2 orcs down here in the bottom right here have taken some damage from those Dragonborn. These 2 are still untouched. Jiff, the ones down here in the bottom.
Oh,
I'm going to use Thunder Wave.
I was too zoomed in. Which 2 took damage?
The one in the south of you.
Okay.
I'm going to use Thunder Wave level 3,
Gosh, there's a lot of them.
and I'm going to use it right to go through.
Pretty sure Thunder Wave emanates from you.
It
No,
does.
it go
It's-
through. Oh, it's from me? Oh, my bad. Never mind.
That's shatter that you can aim.
Okay. Then I'll do Shatter. Level 3. And then use it right here.
Okay.
And it's a 10 foot. So 10 foot from here.
Cool. And then let's see.
Missing the missing Adolin, Zbor, and the
Dragonborn?
Dragon.
Okay, cool. That's what I was gonna ask. All right, so it's a Constitution save. So the main orc that's been talking takes 13 damage.
Word.
Attaboy.
This orc right here will take 13 damage. And this orc down here will also take 13 damage. Alright. Did I get them all? You said it. Where did you summon it? Right here on this guy?
Right,
Or-
right here.
Right here. Okay. And it's a 10-foot rate. Okay. And then last orc also takes 13 damage. Okay.
Does that free that one soldier?
No.
Okay.
Next is for
Sure was
Drake.
loud, though. Okay, so what do I even? It's useful in this exact situation. Ugh.
And I want to move it back a little bit. Right here.
Okay.
God. I'm gonna vicious mockery the guy. Why can't I click him?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead, fire it up.
Myself. Like myself. Apparently, my mouse is not where I think it is.
Okay, wisdom save of 16, which he does not hit, so
He's not very wise.
You're going to regret making an enemy out of the Iris clan.
That doesn't quite have the ring to it that I think you were going for.
I don't.
next is Nishan.
Does that do 10 psychic damage to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to.
I'm more confused about why my mouse is not synced with what it's actually doing.
Yeah. Let's do magic missile at level 2.
It's
Alright.
on the
So it'll be 4 missiles. Where are they going?
They're all going to the leader.
Okay.
Cut the head off the snake or something like that.
So
So 4 times 8. Right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So 4 of them are hitting that guy. 8 damage each. So pump. Like they all hit, and you can sort of see as they sort of like burst from hitting the plate mail that he's wearing, and his tattered rags are destroyed, and he sort of falls to one knee. You're tougher than I thought. And he starts to cough up blood.
sweet.
Finish him.
and then I talked to him. I was like, "Are you sure you really want to go through with this guy?"
I'm just following orders.
Whose orders?
You'll find out shortly. As he rears up, he stands back up, and it is his turn, so he's going to take 2 attacks against the boar.
Not the boar.
Anything but the boar.
What's your boar's AC?
Literally what I just said, except I forgot I was muted.
It's only 11.
11. Okay. So he hits with the first attack for 16 slashing damage.
Alright.
And then he hits he hits with the second attack for 14 slashing damage.
How much HP does your boar even have?
So the boar dematerializes, and I land
What?
on my feet.
Aw.
Oh,
Aw.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah.
Poor boar.
It
Both
wasn't a real.
It wasn't a real boar, so yeah.
Oh my god! Everything Frederick ever thought has just gone out the window about this fucking boar.
Yeah, so he comes out with his great axe and slashes down twice, hitting the boar. And after the second one, he sort of bursts into a like glitter sort of storm. It's really pretty, but given the situation, you don't have time to admire the beauty.
No appreciation for it.
Next, these 2 orcs by this dragonborn are both going to attack that dragonborn. The first one misses, and the second one misses too. Interesting.
That's a really good dragonborn.
Yeah.
I
Not
guess.
the way the DM thought it was gonna go.
This one walks over. These 2 are both going to attack this dragonborn. That one misses. The other one hits and also kills it. So he slams his great axe onto this dragonborn soldier,
That's a
and
lot of damage.
you see him sort of split a couple of piece of his horn off before cutting directly into his skull. Stupid lizard.
Oh, really quick.
This one's gonna walk
Yeah.
up to this one, and he's going to attack that guy, which will miss as well. These guys suck, dude.
That is one.
That's
The ones in the
amazing.
south are all going to end up attacking.
I didn't even see those.
That one misses.
Yeah, I zoomed out. It took me forever to realize.
So the Dragonborn that's closest to you, he's got his spear in his hand. One of the orcs comes up and comes down with the axe. He dodges, and while he's dodging, the other one goes up for an uppercut, slicing the bottom part of his jaw off of him, and it flies through the air before he falls over dead.
No, jeez, brutal.
Mm.
This one misses. That one misses. The other one is over here. He's fending off the blows, the flurry of blows from these great axes as they keep falling down into his face. The ones to your right are going to attack now. This one gets hit. So the Dragonborn furthest away from you over here just took one to the chest. And then he takes another one to the chest, splitting him in half. And both orcs sort of cry out, "Ha! Now I guess you could call that a half Dragonborn, huh?"
I don't know if that was directed at me or Dravorkin.
I don't know either.
And then this other one comes down while the other Dragonborn is distracted and slices his head off. And then now all these other guys are going
There's only
to...
20 of them. We'll be okay.
We're literally in my city. Where are all of the other soldiers?
Some of them are on the hunt.
Some. There are like 200 of us. There should be at least like, I don't know, 40 50 total. Durham was inside.
He was inside, yeah. He was hanging out, making war plans. You don't know exactly what all his war plans have.
And no one heard the extremely loud lightning. Yeah.
No, they did.
Or the horn blasts, and, you know, the sounds of fighting.
So this other Dragonborn was ganged up by 3 orcs over to the top left of you guys, and he was
He's
murdered.
extremely dead.
So this orc's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Adeline. That'll hit for 4.
Wow.
Is
He's
that
going-
a hit?
Nope, it's a 1, so I can re-roll that.
Okay.
You
For
rolled
my-
a 1. Wow.
On his
Weapon
damage, yeah.
mastery. So I'll just do that again, and we'll take the
Your
9.
1 is a 4. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so 9 damage. Alright. So you smack him, and then he goes in to attack for Drake with his great
Of
axe.
course he does. I'm of course.
And it'll
I have of course
deal
been adventuring.
Reaction?
6 damage to you.
I have of course been adventuring, so I am more resistant than these other dragonborn.
Yes. And that'll end it for the orc's turn, so now it's Dravorkin.
Alright. I will go into a rage. And we're gonna talk to this guy.
Talk. You're in a rage.
Okay.
You say what did you
Say-
say?
I'm gonna ask him, what do you really want here?
How about you ask your dad when he gets here?
Oh, he's on his way.
You'll see soon enough, and then you'll find you die like you should have all those years ago.
Huh. Okay. And then I'm gonna take a swing at him.
That'll miss.
With the 28?
You don't
No,
have
it's
advantage.
With
You've just got-
advantage?
Oh,
does
it's
not,
only on
yeah.
strength checks. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna swing again.
That one hits, and that one deals 24 damage, which kills him.
Wow, we murdered the shit out of that guy. Too bad there's a bunch
Yeah.
of others.
Yeah.
Well, that's also their leader. Hopefully they'll run.
No, they're not gonna run.
That's
They're not,
No, they're
they're
not.
not goblins.
That's
Have you
not the
seen
leader.
orcs fight? Orcs don't run.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen Dravorkin?
Hey,
Next
he's
is
half
Inara.
orc.
Look, guys, that was not the leader. He just said my dad's on the way. That's the
I
leader,
heard
Fine,
that.
sure.
and
Ooh.
he's not somebody to be beckoned with.
Cool.
Alright, Anara, you're next.
Cool. I'm going over here, and then I'm using. Oops. I'm using my bonus action to hide,
Alright.
so that I have the sneak attack thing.
Go ahead and do a stealth attack or stealth check for me real
Yeah,
fast.
I forgot about that. Come on, stealth. Yes.
Jesus.
Alright, so you're able to run, and you sort of run down the alleyway, and then you duck behind a bush, readying your crossbow. No one seems
Awesome.
to have noticed you.
And now I'm going to attack the one who is on Javorkin. Or not on Javorkin, on Fridrake.
Thank you.
Over there. Yes. With my crossbow.
That'll hit, and that will kill him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you peer from the side of the house, and you unleash a crossbow bolt, and then it goes right into his skull, and he's and he sort of
I'm going
falls
to need
over.
to have a talk with Jurun about his soldiers.
Yeah, right. Hey. When my rolls actually work for me. Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Why is Jerem so strong anyway? Is he really a dragonborn?
Yes,
Okay.
all our lives
Okay.
doing arm wrestling matches.
All
I
right,
tried.
go ahead and roll
I flew.
initiative.
We
Oh,
rolling
I
again?
thought we were doing the thing where we stay the same.
Oh wait, yeah, we were gonna try that.
Yeah.
So never mind, I lied. Next is Adeline.
Alrighty.
3 each.
I'm going to step forward. So these guys are in my range, and I'm going to start by attacking this one here.
Okay.
Oh, because in your range is 10 feet, isn't it?
That is correct.
So you kill him.
Interesting.
Nice. And then I will swing at this one here.
All right. That'll kill him.
Nice. Okay, let's
Swing.
maybe a little bit.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action real quick to cast my oath spell, Hunter's Mark, on him. So until he dies, I have an additional 1d6 damage on him.
Okay.
Nice.
Does anyone else think it's comical that this half elf just like murdered 2 orcs?
They were softened up.
Yeah, they were so.
By the Dragonborn that never died.
Well,
They
by
got greased a
Jeff,
little bit, and
who shattered them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still funny.
All right. Next is the Dragonborn soldiers. So
Elves are nimble.
yeah, agile.
Yeah.
Even in heavy armor.
You see those Lord of the Rings movies? They're just doing all that crazy acrobatic stuff.
Yeah.
So
Half
the Dragonborn in the south portion of the map goes out with his spear and misses.
Nice.
The Dragonborns in the top portion are, let's see, that's a miss, and that's also a miss. So
Oh,
they
I forgot
just
there were,
suck.
I forgot there were more in the north.
Yeah, we're surrounded.
They're
right now.
way far up there.
So
Yeah,
those
they're-
two, they both miss as well. So now it's Jiff.
It'll
Okay.
take a while.
I'm gonna do. What can I do? I'm gonna do. How far to shatter?
And theoretically, you guys don't see up here because it's 20 feet up and then on like a flat plane. But you can
Okay.
hear,
Knowledge.
you can hear the battle. You just can't
Okay.
see them.
The sounds
I'm
of fighting.
I'm gonna run right here. It's kind of dumb. You guys back me up,
Okay, yeah, sure. I feel like
Wait,
I know what you're about to do.
and I'm gonna.
While
use
while you run, this one gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
Just don't
Uh,
die.
He deals
Okay.
14 damage to you.
Okay.
Damn.
And I'm gonna do. Thunder Wave.
That's kind of my idea too.
Level 3? Level 3. You go through?
No. Do it again.
Let's see it.
Let's roll.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
Level
rolling for you. I
3.
see. I just tried to roll it. It didn't work. So let's see.
No,
It
no level
is.
3 for it?
Huh?
Is there no level 3 for it? Or
There should
No,
be a
you-
level 3. It
you
just
can-
adds a d8.
Yeah, it just adds the
Yeah.
damage, but it's not rolling at all. So let's see. 15-foot cube Constitution saving throw. So just roll. There's the dice roller. Roll. You're doing it at level 3.
yeah.
All right. So that'd be 4d8 or yeah, 4d8. So roll the 4d8, and they have to make a Constitution saving throw. If they
Like-
fail, what?
48 is like that, or 4?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's see, 7, 12, 20 damage. So the one right next to you failed. Boom, he's dead. Next one, Constitution. He's dead. And then this one also fails. They all fail. And they all die.
Damn.
Okay. We save one.
That's
We
what's
save
up.
Dragonborn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that spell's not
Showing
blinking,
up.
but oh well. Alright, next is for Drake.
Oh yeah, it is. It is my turn. Oh, what's the range on Thunder Wave again? Is it 15? 20?
It's Thunderwave is from yourself, 15.
So I can hit all three of these, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So it's been a while since I've done this. I jump here, Thunder Wave, using Yeol incantation.
Okay.
3rd level.
Does yours link?
No, it's not working.
Interesting.
You
I'll
said
just
you
do-
did your. Yeah,
I'll just do Yeol regular 4d8 roll like this.
that works. 18 damage total.
Yep.
This one makes his save, so he only takes 9 damage. This one makes his save too.
So those two don't get knocked back.
No.
This is garbage. I regret my decision.
This one actually makes his save as well, so
Oh my gosh.
They all take half damage. Okay.
yeah, only half damage and they're not thrown back. So
Can I run back 10 feet? Jump.
Wait, is his jump?
his jump is
Movement,
30,
or-
and then he gets an additional 10 of his movement speed still.
That's nice.
Back. Anyway,
See?
It's his ring
Sean.
of jumping.
I fucked up.
All right, next
Alright.
is Nishan.
Let's do magic missile. They took half. All 3 of these took half damage, right?
Yes.
All right, magic. I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's do magic missile just at level 1, shooting 1 at each
Each of them.
here. Yeah, and then this guy gets 1 too.
Okay. So magic missile, level 1, 3 of them.
7
Oh.
each.
All right.
Wow.
So it smacks them all, but they're still standing, but they're really fucked up.
Yeah, they're close.
Like wasted fucked up? Or
No, like they're
Like
really
not
hurting.
fucked up?
But you can see the fury, you can see the fire in their eyes. It is their turn now.
So he gets straight.
This is gonna be great.
So he gets to attack him first, right? Since he moved in
Mm.
range.
No,
that's
it's only when
I
they
don't
move
have
out.
that. That's
Leave.
you.
Adeline gets to do that because he has a feat that allows him to do that.
Oh, okay.
I took Polar Master.
I would like to mention to everyone that that was in character because Drake's pissed as fuck that they're tagging his clan members.
Yeah.
Well, he
so
also does everything aggressively anyway.
yeah, that's true. Luckily, though, they all miss aggressively. So
Drake, very good at surviving apparently.
these two
Dodge,
come up
dodge,
on
dodge.
Anara because they saw you shot your crossbow.
Okay, hold up. I have a thing. Hang on.
Oh man, I think.
I can't remember what it's called. I gotta find it.
You know, find
it's
it and
been a
let me
couple
know,
weeks.
because they do both hit you.
This is it. I can move up to half my speed as a reaction when they end up within 55 feet in front of me.
Well, they still have to end their turn, so.
Yeah, they haven't ended their turn yet.
Oh, really?
So you
Okay,
can run
cool.
away after they hit you.
Yeah, which
After they hit? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So they're gonna hit you, and then they would end your turn, and then
That is really good though. Like
Yeah.
they don't. That doesn't even provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Nope.
That is good.
yeah.
Them
So,
slippery rogues.
but you take let's see,
Not that much
14
health, so that's
damage
fine.
from one of them and 8 from the other.
Oh, cool. How close am I to dead? Oh, no, I'm good.
Not very.
Here.
Not too bad.
I mean, you can't take 2 more hits, but you might be able to take 1
Yeah.
more.
So that's what, 22 damage total. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So that's at
a good
15. You're
third
at
of
15
my. Yeah, okay.
Can we tell this one?
And so can I
Dragonborn-
use my reaction now?
Yeah, to move.
Alright, I'm gonna move over. Crap, where do I want to move?
You did say that these were soldiers that.
Yep.
Move over here. For now, since they can't follow me. And my turn's next anyway. Or after.
Can we tell this one Dragonborn here to go get help?
I mean, you could on your turn.
Okay.
But for right now, the Dragonborn in the south is getting attacked.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
That
forgot
one
about that.
misses. And the other one is going to hit. No, miss. Never mind. It misses.
So I know 2 Dragonborn in my entire clan who are actually good at fighting. Or
We're-
living anyway.
Question:
Answer.
were any of these death blows, or are all these Dragonborn unconscious?
They're dead.
Okay, just checking.
Alright, Jeff, you get surrounded by these 3 guys.
Oh, it's gonna be a gangbang. Oh, here we go.
That's
The
fine.
the one above you attacks first, but he misses. The one that's
Nice.
below you attacks. He hits for 4 damage.
I don't think
Wow.
I've used an opportunity attack yet this rotation. And if
Yeah,
he
you
moved
did.
in right there.
When he went up to hit for Drake, didn't he? No,
Okay,
wait, that was
over
never
here.
mind. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'm gonna hit this guy. That
Yeesh. Miss.
never mind. Just forget it.
Okay.
My
Okay.
rolls are awful.
I'm okay with this.
The other one also misses you, Jeff. This one runs up and he's throwing a javelin at you, though.
Let's not do that.
Which he is gotta be a Spartan because he hit you, but only for 4 damage.
I
You
think
throw javelins
javelins are a 1d4 anyway, so that's
they are insanely hard to throw.
Wow.
So the Dragonborn up top are going to get surrounded by some new orcs that have entered the fray.
Nice.
What happened? Sorry.
The Dragonborns in the north section have just been surrounded by orcs that are coming into the town from outside of town.
Seriously?
And they get murdered. And then
Oh, wonderful.
you can hear from the south side, you can hear the clumping of feet as they are making their way from the front entrance as well.
Amazing.
From what you can tell, this is a full-scale attack.
For Drake is
Amazing.
wondering if he can make it to dinner tonight.
in the heart of the fray.
Not so sure. Alright, whose turn is it?
Next is Javorkin.
All right.
Okay.
And you said that those are just normal orcs down there.
Yeah, they're all just normal.
All right, I'm gonna go help.
Well, theoretically, you can't see them.
Okay.
Player
Yeah,
knowledge.
player knowledge, they're normal, but Javorkin doesn't know. He just knows that orcs are afoot. Your sword is glowing blue.
What does that mean
Gotcha.
again?
Sting.
Danger.
It's more of a Lord of the Rings reference, but
Danger.
I
He
thought
does- he
Was
does
it
have the
orcs?
weapon of warding, but it works different. It was orcs and goblins.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally it was goblins, but I think they retconned it for orc as well.
I'm gonna move here and attack homeboy.
All right. And your rage, so
Nice.
that kills him.
Sweet.
Decapitation or no?
Yeah, I just come up. I'm like all pissed off because of what's
Yeah.
going on and
Yeah,
all these orcs.
you're
and whatnot.
frothing at the mouth. It looks like you either had a really delicious cappuccino or that you're rabid right now. You can't really tell. And you just sort of run, jumping over the orc bodies as you do like a jump from one of the orc bodies and do like a nice little swing. It looks very anime-ish, and then you just cleave his head off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay. And then you'll hit him, but it won't kill him.
Okay.
But he's, you can tell that he's somewhat impressed and kind of wishes that he wasn't on the opposite end of your blade. Next is Anara.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Oh wait, actually more like in between these things. Be great. Here, I believe is where I was gonna try. And then I am going to use my bonus action to hide again.
All right, roll stealth.
Hopefully it will do.
Yeah,
And
you hide.
now I will crossbow this guy. I guess technically I didn't need to hide since they're on for Drake, but too late now.
Well, popping out of the shadows, you actually get. So when you do hide, since they are unaware of your presence, you get a surprise attack, kind of. So you get advantage. It's not surprise attack, but you get
nice.
advantage on the roll. Yeah, but 11's not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Adeline, it's your up.
I think I moved to the end of the order, right?
No, we're not. We're just doing.
No, you
Oh,
were
the
going to do
order,
that
yeah.
only if your board turn didn't go at the same turn you did.
No, he's saying
Right.
because
Gotcha.
one
Yeah,
session
he's
we
talking
did
about
it.
the other
yeah,
thing he was
different.
trying to do.
We're at the top of the order with Adeline.
Okay, I'm gonna come to aid.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it.
That'll hit for 5, and that'll kill him.
Sweet.
And then I'll hit the one across from him.
I duck.
Or I won't hit the one across
Yeah.
from him.
It's a good thing you ducked. You missed.
But I am going to use my bonus action to now, because that other dude died, the hunter's mark is on this guy.
Okay.
Does that affect anything else for anyone else?
No, just him.
Nope, just me.
Next is the Dragonborn, who is going to try to stab that one guy,
Oh man, that one guy.
and he will hit and kill him. So he stabs him, and he's like, "For Irisk!"
His actual health. Wow.
The Dragonborn in the south is going to also make a stab, but he misses. And then the two up front, or up top, are dead. This one in the south, he sort of yells, he's like, "Quit to the mines!"
To the mines.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay. Where are the mines, though?
They're number 6.
Okay, I see it. There you go.
So now it is Jiff.
I look towards the other Dragonborn and say, "Hey, go get help, like right now."
He sort of looks at you and goes, "I mean, I'm trying."
Like, go inform like the town hall what's going on.
Oh,
Drew
they-
should be in the
yeah.
council.
So you're gonna go over there?
Me? No,
Yeah.
I'm telling him to go do that.
Okay, you tell him to do that, and it's not his turn, so he stands there for now. What do you do?
I'm going to. This guy down here, was he damaged at all? I can't remember. Below me.
Probably.
No, he's not been damaged yet.
Okay.
I guess he's about to be damaged.
Yeah. I'm gonna do I'm gonna hit him with.
If you cast a spell, right now it's at a disadvantage because he's right in front of you, so at least a ranged spell. It works just like when you're shooting an arrow or something like that. If they're right in front of you, it's disadvantage if they're in 5 feet.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
And if I misty step away, he's just gonna get attack opportunity, right?
I'm pretty sure you teleport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not. Because you're not moving away, you're casting a spell. So if you use Misty Step, he won't get an attack of opportunity.
Is Misty Step like an actual action?
It's one of his spells.
My spells.
But isn't an action?
Ish, yeah. Should
I
be.
think it's an action, yeah. Not a bonus action.
I'm just gonna attack. Magic missile. I'm gonna attack.
Oh, it's a
One.
bonus action.
Is it really? Wow, that's cool.
I'm gonna attack this one here.
Alright.
A magic missile level. Level 1.
Alright. So 3 missiles go and they all connect with them, but he just looks really injured. He's not dead though.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Next is for Drake.
Yep. I can do things now. Let's see, how worried am I about dying?
Could just disengage and run.
What? Why would I do that? I'm angry.
Oh, that's a good
Shit.
point, dude. I don't know how much health you have, so.
For this attack, I'm going to expend a bardic inspiration die to do a flourish
Alright. Hey, there you go.
of the slashing variety. Wow.
Nice.
What was that? 1d8 or is it 1d6 still?
Should be D8. Who are you
D8.
attacking though?
I'm attacking this one with the main attack, and they'll both get hit by the 1d8.
Okay, so just roll a D8 real quick.
Nice.
Because, yeah, it uses that attack roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do that, and you bring them both down.
Nice.
They get fucking murdered.
Get ready.
Alright. I saunter in toward. Is it? I'm going to saunter right here. I'm going to tell this dragon, this guy over here, that I'm going to have a word with his boss about your guys' training regimen.
He'll
This is gonna be
say, yeah.
embarrassing.
So you say that to him, and he's like, it's not our fault, just following orders. The rest of them are making Stronghold forward operating base right now. So,
That's it
from
for
the
my turn.
information that you just got, the town is being... Oh, God.
What just happened?
My door slammed because the window's open. So...
I gotta love it when that happens.
God damn it, dude. That scared the fuck out of me. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, fuck, is that Toby? Paranormal Activity, anybody?
Yeah.
He's over here slamming doors and shit. Fuck me. Alright, doesn't help that now I gotta pee. God damn.
Are we taking a bathroom break? Because I've been having to do it for like the past 15 minutes.
Well, we can. Do y'all want to take a real quick break?
Yeah.
A real quick
Yeah.
fiver? Okay.
That's fine.
Real quick fiver.
Awesome.
And I'll be, yeah. And then we'll do, it'll be Nishan's turn afterwards, so be thinking what you want to do, there, boy.
Oh. Hey, question before you go.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what's going on up here, right? I can't see them or anything.
No, none of y'all can see him. You can just hear. Like, you can hear, obviously, a bunch of footsteps, so you know something big is coming.
Okay.
He did say go toward the mines, though, so we may want to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Cool.
Find another place to hide. buildings are in the way.
I don't wanna be.
Anything other than what I'm trying to be lazy.
I'm back.
Yep. How much movement speed do orcs have?
How much what?
Movement speed do orcs have?
30. Until they're
30?
level 5, then they get 40.
Okay. Cool. Making sure. Just don't want to get rolled up on if I do this thing. Yeah. Pretty sure I can. Yeah. There you are.
I return.
Awesome.
So, Brady, bring you back. Brady is not back.
Okay.
So a stronghold. What?
Yeah, like a forward operating base for the war. Mm-hmm.
Which war? The Kobold War?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's why we're going to the mines. Makes sense. Everyone's in the mines.
Well, for Drake knows that the mines are also where the dragon eggs of your newborns are held.
Oh, that's why we're going to this.
Well, also the door to the mines probably helps like a chokehold anyway, so a choke point.
Yeah. Especially when there's
We
a
kill 'em, like,
horde
one at
of
a time,
orcs.
What is this, World of Warcraft / Game of Thrones?
/ everything
Yeah,
else,
Horde.
yeah.
that's exactly what this is. Any kind of fantasy thing you could think
We're
of.
literally fighting the Horde right now.
For the horde.
Or the Alliance.
Loktar!
Alright.
Literally just gonna start dashing towards the
It's
thing
the
now.
Battle of Helm's Deep, but with far worse tactical advantage.
Alright,
We don't
is
have
everyone
walls.
back? I know I
We
haven't
have a
heard
shit
Jeff
ton
or
of
Tony
forest.
yet.
I'm here.
The
Alright.
mountains are usually our walls, but they're already here.
Jeff?
Yeah. So,
Okay, cool. Alright, we're all here, so Nishan, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Well. I am going to. The 60 feet.
Look at all those bodies.
I know, right?
And sure, it would be a shame if we didn't have time to loot them.
We definitely do not have time to loot them.
Yeah.
Sadly.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use Acid Splash on this kid right here.
Right?
And
It's dexterity. He fails. It takes 5 damage.
dope.
Out of
So-
curiosity,
Mhm.
if we went up this little area, would we be able to climb that?
You would have to make a
Shit, I'd just jump over it.
athletics. Yeah, an athletics check because it's a 10-foot wall, pretty much.
Okay.
It can be done, but if
Fine,
you
me.
fail, you fall. So
Okay, cool.
anyway, now it's the orc's turn. So the orc right next to Jeff is going to attack Jeff. He's gonna miss. This other orc is gonna come up and also attack Jeff. That one hits for 13 damage, knocking you unconscious.
Fuck!
Oh shit.
So it's like 2:30 now.
Yeah, it's getting to where dinner doesn't seem to be an option at this point.
Only 4 minutes have passed, so
Drake is still worried about dinner.
Well, technically, what is this, round 3, 4? So
All these happen
only
at the same
24
time, right?
seconds have happened in battle so
24
far.
seconds.
Yeah, it's not 6 seconds for each turn. It's 6 seconds for each round, right?
Yeah, each
Oh,
round.
gotcha.
How
Yeah,
it
that's
works. There's just the order and everything happens in.
Because if you can imagine everything that's happening in a round happens within that 6 seconds. That's how it's supposed to. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to be portrayed. But it's kind of hard when there's so much shit on the screen.
So Adeline came up here, tried to kill this guy, like trying to save me, and then suddenly the other two were just dead.
Yeah, just randomly.
That's
It was kind
awesome.
of weird.
He's like, hold on, what? Drake can't kill people. I've never seen him make a good roll in my life.
These two come right next to Drake. One of them hits you for 9 damage.
Okay, I take 9 damage.
The other one is going to take his swing and hit
Hopefully
you for
not for
12.
21.
No,
Okay.
but for 12.
That's the opposite of 21.
Yeah, actually, like legit.
Fine.
Let's
Don't make
see.
me have to talk to myself.
Let use that healing word.
So, Anara, go ahead and make a perceptive check.
Okay.
danger, Will Robinson.
A what check?
Perception.
Perception. Oh wow. Never mind. I noticed
She does
nothing.
not see the horde coming up behind her.
I
No.
totally do not see these people.
These orcs
Wonderful.
up here start to slide down and then make their way.
Disengage. Disengage.
What's everybody's HP at?
0.
I have
9.
like 15.
46.
You fucker. Save us.
I've been in the fray, I promise.
Can Jeff
He
still
has.
be attacked?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so if anything attacks Jeff right now, if they hit, which they get advantage since he's unconscious, it's an automatic failed save on his death
Don't one
saving
of y'all
throws.
have?
Which means if
Don't
both
one
of
of you
these
guys-
orcs attack him and they hit, he's got 2 of the 3 death saves that he needs to die.
Oh shit.
It's fine. He's not gonna die.
So
Doesn't one of us have? One of you guys have like that giant tidal wave thing? You know that
Was
might
that
be able
Jeff?
to take out like a decent. Was it him? Shit.
I think it was Nishan.
What was it?
Yeah, I
Nishan?
was thinking it was Sean. I was hoping it was Nishan.
Unfortunately, I'm 2 turns away from even being able to help Jeff.
Alright, so the orcs have all
they're kind of grouped still.
the orcs have all moved, and at the at the pinnacle of the battle, you can hear Dravorkan,
Oh.
Running away.
and it comes from
Running
up
away.
at the top of the.
Oh, he's an
Back
ugly
exit.
motherfucker, isn't he?
We are dying.
Oh my god.
I can see what Javorkin
We are
gets looks
dying
from.
so hard.
Savage.
Next is Dravorkin's turn.
Is he the one with the glowy eye?
No.
No.
He's the one in the middle between the dogs.
Oh.
Well,
My dad started to
Oh,
look a little
shit.
bit better, huh?
No, I was looking at him.
So why do they want to kill you again?
he's never divulged that information to you. Y'all have also never asked.
I'm
Really?
I'm about to ask. what the
Anara's
fuck you
very
mean.
much a I don't give a shit kind of person.
I think on the very first day he talked about not killing
I-
something because it was immoral, and they were all upset with him.
I remember a
like a
conversation
or some
between him
shit.
and his other half-orc buddy about not killing someone as part of his adulthood ritual or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Can I stand on top of a body right here?
I mean, yeah,
You
sure.
can intimidate them.
Because I was
So
gonna try and
the
do
way it
this.
works is when you move over a corpse or into another creature's like area, it becomes difficult terrain. So for every foot you move, it's 2 feet. So in order to move there, let's see, it'd be 10 feet to get onto this
Well, that'll
space,
work.
and then another 10 feet.
Yeah, so
So
just be 20
you can
feet.
still, yeah, you get there, but it's difficult terrain, so it's harder to get there.
Could I still attack both of those orcs?
You could, yeah, you'd be in range. Yeah. Unless, like, it's a spell that says that you have some other disadvantage, the only thing is that it takes double movement to get through difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the top one first.
Alright. That misses.
Dang. Alright. Again.
Same one at the top,
There you
Yeah.
kills him.
go. Nice. With a 20.
Alright.
And
That's all I can-
specifically, you go in with your axe over your head, you swing down, and he sort of dodges, and then since it's a double-sided axe, you just swing it right back up, catching him right under his armpit and taking his arm off as he falls
Nice.
over dead.
Bleeds out
Nice.
instantly.
Next is Anara.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash down this way. And my sneak attack works if they're engaged with someone else, right?
Yeah, so if they're within 5 feet of your allies, yeah,
Yep,
you've got
okay,
line of sight of
so-
him, so.
I'm gonna attack him.
Do you have a bonus attack, or is dashing not?
Dash is her bonus action.
Dash is my bonus action. I have a
Gotcha.
bonus action that lets me dash, hide, or disengage.
That's neat.
That's rogues.
And
That'll hit
Oh,
for
really?
15 damage, which will kill him.
Awesome.
So you put it square between his eyes, oh, and then he just falls flat on his face. Next is Adeline.
Right. I'm going to move towards Jeff, but I cannot quite make it. And I'll use my bonus action to make him my new mark. And 10 probably doesn't hit though.
It does not.
Then I will swing again.
That'll hit, and that'll kill him without the hunter's mark.
Okay.
Sweet.
Then that will be my turn.
Oh yeah. Someone should probably stabilize Jeff.
Working on it. Getting over there.
So this Dragonborn is going to take the dash action and get right here.
Which, incidentally, is well within range of the orc. Idiot.
Theoretically, he was, well, not that you know this, but he was already in range.
Mm.
At least with a javelin, so.
Right, right.
Next is Jif.
Make
your death saving throw.
which one is that?
So when you click onto your character sheet, you should see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's just a death save.
that is a fail.
No, that was mine. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was just clicking it. My
Yeah.
bad.
So it's
I
right
remember-
next to your hit die. You click on the death saves. So you'll see it light up red when you scroll over
Death
it.
save. Click. Click.
That is a success. So you'll check mark on the success.
Yep.
You need 3 successes to be stabilized, and then you need 3 fails to die. When you're stabilized, it takes 1d4 hours. So it would take 3 hours before you gain 1 HP, unless someone heals you before that, which most likely would happen. But the instant you get 1 HP, you can stand up and start doing stuff again. and you get.
Running away.
All right,
The
next is for
healer's
Dre.
kit allows you to stabilize someone, right?
Yeah, with the medicine check.
Yeah. No, yeah. Without the
Has
wisdom.
this guy been hit ever?
The one under Jeff, no.
Sucks. After me. Sean.
Wait, what's up?
The orcs.
for
The
Drake's.
orcs are after Nishan, right?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh shit.
Let's see. I'm gonna jump. That's a good question. Plan things. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna jump here.
Interesting.
I'm going to
And
slash the shit out of this guy
okay.
using Bardic Inspiration die. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it did not hit.
I will use a lucky.
Okay, there you go.
Let's try. Let's try this again.
That one hits. And then your Bardic Inspiration adds a D8 to it, right?
Yes.
So it does 9 already. Plus
Ooh.
another 6.
15.
I will use my defense one. So that gives me plus 6 AC. Which
Okay.
means I'm basically
First turn, yeah.
invincible.
Basically until they roll a natural 20 and it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna use my bonus action to tell Jeff not to miss dinner.
Okay.
Because that's still up.
Okay. Next is Nishan.
By bonus action I meant healing word.
Oh,
Dude, I'm looking at all the healing stuff and it's all actions. None of it is bonus actions.
Healing word's a
No,
bonus
no.
action.
Yeah.
All right, so question. We did say with Tidal Wave that I would pick a spot and it'd be 30 feet
In every
And it'll-
direction, yeah.
in every direction. Okay.
But you don't know that they're down there.
That's right, I don't. All
So
right.
yeah. Jeff has
You
8
can heal
HP,
him for-
I guess.
Yay.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yay, you're alive.
I am on 11.
You do know for a fact that there are orcs at the top portion, but only Inara knows that there's something coming from the south. The rest of you haven't
Oh.
been able to hear any of that, and
So,
she did relay that.
I'm gonna use my the thoughts to tell
Not
them
out
that.
of your turn. You're not.
Okay.
Well, when I get to my turn, I will.
What happened to our little dragon boy
Actually, by that time, they'll be
next to
here.
us?
He
died?
is
He's over
about to
here.
die.
Oh, he's right there. Okay. He's
He
right,
was-
trying to run to the mines, right?
There's
Well,
also
he's
one
trying to go
down
to the
there.
mine, yeah. He's trying to go to that mine down here. I thought there was only one entrance, but apparently.
There are 3 entrances.
This
Okay.
one's still engaged. He's been a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
he's gonna die though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not today.
We're just gonna call it how it is.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a firebolt at this
Alright.
kid.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's a miracle this guy's
I
alive.
love that you call them kids. No, there's still a guy down in the south who's still alive too.
Yeah, but
that
he's still going to
kills
die.
him.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna die.
Because
So you
we're nowhere
throw the
near him,
firebolt at him, and it hits him
and my
right in the
priority is
face.
the eggs.
And he falls over with a puff of smoke coming out his mouth as he dies.
Nice.
You rolled 2 2s with 2d10.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Good
That
work.
sucks.
I just wanted that to be clear. You know.
Just wanted to point that out.
It's
In
still
case
got
you
the
didn't
job
notice.
done. It's still got the job done.
Okay,
If you didn't
next is the orcs. And you see, well, you don't see it, but the leader is riding a direwolf, and he
Oh,
rides all the way over here before he jumps off
Aw.
and swings 3
Wow.
times against this dragon.
He's
form.
exceedingly dead.
he just cut off her.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I guess
He's got
going into
50 movement?
summary intent.
What?
On the direwolf, he
Jesus.
does.
He was on a dire wolf, yeah.
Well, dismounting is half your movement.
That's fine. He can still make it. He's got enough.
He's got 50.
The
Where's that
direwolf
third entrance
takes
you were
its
talking about,
movement,
Martin?
and then he jumped off the direwolf and took his movement.
Yeah, when you jump off, you get half your movement.
Yeah, so the
So
dire
he
wolf
moved
ran over
25.
here. Is it 25? Well, fine, then
You
he
should
moves
probably
right
move
there.
the dire wolf.
Regardless, he gets to him and swings
Fair
and
enough.
kills him.
I just wanted. That was an extra 10
Well-
feet, man. I just wanted.
Yeah. I knew he'd be
I
able
sure
to
hope
make it
someone
over
comes out
there.
of this mine,
Oh, my other
It's
dire
useful.
wolf didn't spawn.
preferably Jurim.
Because it should be right there. Right.
At this point,
Well-
I might even take Shazir.
Alright.
We fucked.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
It's the orc's turn. So he comes
a second.
over and slashes the shit out of that dragonborn soldier and sort of kicks over his corpse. Son, it's been too long.
Okay. Well, Jorgen.
Oh, is it my turn? I didn't want to like.
No,
speak
no,
at the
he.
same-
You can speak to him. He just said something to you.
Oh, they're just all coming over here.
What are you doing here, Craw?
Well, we got a little information that there's some nice treasure here, so obviously we took it on up, and we're seeing what we can get. I didn't expect to run into you, but you'll be a bonus to our collection.
Oh, are you telling me you finally got off your throne instead of sending your boy Sen down here?
Oh, you
Doing
know
some
it.
work yourself?
He's doing another diplomatic mission.
Well, it's good to see you got up because it looks like you're getting a little chubby there.
Oh, don't worry, I'll show you, Chubby. When you eat my axe.
That's a lot of lot of dashing. So much
That
dashing.
sounded mildly inappropriate.
It did.
Really did.
They're
Sorry,
actually...
My computer just restarted, so I'm loading up everything too.
Damn. How did your computer keep doing that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're also not dashing for Drake.
Are they not?
Nope, they have a bonus
Yeesh.
action.
They have a bonus action
Yeesh.
that does what?
It lets them
one
double
second.
their movement.
Damn.
So, are we gonna try to be diplomatic here, or are we just gonna continue to fight?
Fuck no.
There's no chance now. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
Well, I
Yeah,
got
run to the mines.
What'd you say, Jeff?
nothing.
By the way, this Dragonborn down in the south finally died.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Hey, good
took
for
him a
you.
while.
I kind of forgot about him, to be honest.
He put up a fight, sort of.
Ish. Oh crap.
This one was a real trooper until he died. He was fighting. He was
Yeah, he
standing
really
in front
was.
of 3 of them.
Alright,
Yep.
Nishan, this one runs up on you and takes a swing.
God.
But he
That
misses.
bonus action though. Ugh.
Look at that, a perfectly straight line to
Alright,
cast Tidal Wave.
here I am.
How convenient.
That is a good point.
That is very convenient indeed.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Do it.
Alright, so
Is
are
it
we
like
still,
a just
are we still
sorry.
like conversating or?
I
That's
mean, you
your
can
turn.
if you want.
Is Tidal Wave from self or is
Okay.
it like a Rumble ult where you can
But,
cast it here and send it that way?
That's
Well,
not
no,
very-
I
it
think he.
he
When you
picks
do
a
it, he
spot
has
and
to
it goes
come-
30 feet around.
Oh, it's a circle. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was a line.
No.
No, I thought it
We
was
had this conversation like 2 sessions ago.
I might not
Yeah,
have been there for
when he
that.
was doing it.
I don't think you were.
No,
Because it was against the ogres.
it was.
On this guy right here.
That's fair.
Alright. Did you want to say something, Javorkin?
Well, since you're here, why don't we fight one on one?
Are you initiating coup de grace? It is your blood, right?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
What the fuck is coup de grace?
Last
Sounds like a one-on-one battle.
Alright,
Someone dies.
everyone stand down.
It's the final blow.
No, don't try anything funny. We'll
Oh
talk
man.
terms.
So he can't make jokes?
No, he just want us to intervene.
I'm okay.
Well,
That's fine.
he sort of cracks his knuckles. He's like, so, you are aware of the terms of a coup de grace, are you not, son?
Oh, you made me really well aware of them.
That's
When I was younger.
all, folks.
Ouch.
Got him. Vicious mockery.
He
Take
just
10
vicious
damage.
mockery without knowing what a vicious mockery was.
I'm just joking.
Because that was amazing.
Anyway, so, well, obviously we've got a little cleanup to do, and when I say we, I mean you, but I'll meet you right outside the gates here, and he sort of points up on the main map. You'll see it, this like old quarry area. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll meet you there tomorrow at sunrise. Make sure you bring daggers, and if you don't, some will be provided for you.
Whoa, wait, is this some Yu
Wait.
Yu Hakusho shit?
No.
It's not happening right now.
It's no.
Thank God.
Good. 'Cause I
Get
didn't
to
hear.
dinner.
Yeah.
No, I mean like in the battle, like it's.
And the battle is pretty much ended to this point, unless
Okay.
you
Oh,
attack
no.
something, in which case, I
Don't
guess
what?
you'll find out, yeah. But at this point, dialogue between Javorkin and his father is going on, so... Bring 2 daggers, leave all your weapons and armor, and then last man standing is the new chief. Or the old chief, as I see it. All his orc compatriots sort of put their great axes.
We're allowed to come watch too, right?
I
Oh.
want to see this, yeah.
I would
With all our
definitely
armor
love you
and
to come see your friend die.
Like,
I should have killed you when you were born.
I should have killed you while I had a chance.
You never
You
had
have
a
a chance
chance. You're soft, just like that little pig of a friend you used to have. What was his name? I can't remember. I put a spear through his chest.
Don't worry about him.
I don't need to. He's the past. And you will be too soon. Anyway, let's go, boys! And he hops back on his direwolf. Remember, tomorrow at sunrise.
Oh, I won't forget.
And they sort of ride off in the sunset as some cowboy music goes on.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I'm
So
just
I
That
have
was
a
a fun
question.
battle. I
That
like
was
that
like
battle.
a really.
Let's do that
That
again.
was actually. It was really fun.
What's up, Bill?
When we cast spells, can
Uh-huh.
you see them?
Can I
Like-
see them?
Like Bane or Aid?
Or like enfeeble weapon or whatever.
It depends.
saw healing
So, yeah, the way it works is they can see you doing something. So you would have to do, like, it depends on what the effects are. So, for instance, cast Aid real fast for me.
Well, I would cast that long before, so there'd be no way he'd be able to see it because it's got an 8-hour duration.
Could you see this? Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So the Ray of Enfeeblement he would see. Aid.
I would cast that like 2 hours before.
Yeah.
Because it's got an 8-hour duration.
Yeah, so Aid you would be able to do beforehand.
But what
But like
about
if you were, if you were
this?
in battle, for instance.
The one I was wondering about, really.
Eddie's bathroom.
So you would have to be with him, and since it's a verbal, a somatic, and a material item, you would have to roll a sleight of hand to see if you do that without anyone noticing. And since it requires a drop of blood, or well, you have your holy symbol, so. But you would have to be clutching it, and obviously they're gonna probably see you clutching your holy symbol and see that you're doing something, which could have bad effects.
That's fair.
Depending,
I,
yeah.
Javorkin does not want any outside aid.
I mean, I figured that.
He has
For Drake's intelligent.
morals. He has morals and standards that he has to do this on his own.
But with that, so you see all the orcs start to ride off, and they sort of leave the bodies there as a kind of reminder of what they're capable of, and that they don't really care about fallen comrades. They're more cared about the bloodshed.
Oh, hey, loot.
I feel like that's more of showing what we're capable of because we just.
Yeah, to be
And-
fair, we did wreck their shit.
That is
For
true,
real.
but
We just didn't save
Considering
anyone.
how many. Yeah, that's true. But considering how many of us there were against them and how useless those people.
you also got to
Technically,
imagine how
we're
many
impressed.
more of them are there.
Oh yeah, we would have been fucked.
Not enough.
No.
So if you guys are gonna loot the bodies, they all wear kind of hide armor. Let me
Ooh.
count how many bodies there were.
Is that why they were able to hide in plain sight?
Yes.
Ha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
It was
11, 12,
dragonborn
13,
hide
14.
armor.
So there's 14 really fucked up pieces of hide armor.
Yeah,
as
that's
well
accurate.
as
Is that
14
plate mail?
great axes that are really, really rusty. They're chipped. They're not very capable. So whoever is going to be holding on to those, aka Jiff, with his bag of holding, probably.
Does that still have room?
Didn't
Other
he
than
have
that-
something in there that didn't he have something in there that
No, he sold
took
it.
up the rest of Oh, he did. Okay.
Mhm. But he'll be able to hold all of this stuff. But it does weigh quite a bit, so.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, so the rest of the stuff you see a couple of different things amongst different bodies. Some of them have elven ears. Some of them have goblin teeth that form a necklace. You see a couple dragonborn horns that are used as cups. Little
Oh,
trinkets like that. So obviously these orcs have been places. They've seen some different cultures, and they are using them to make them look flashy.
Oh,
AKA their remains.
wow.
Alright, well, I know what Drake's going to do
What?
if everyone else is done or is just looting. Whenever we're done doing things here.
Yeah.
Oh, and off the big
sure.
guy, there is a very large plate mail armor and a great axe as well.
That's probably good for Draworkin.
If he wants it.
Yeah, dude,
Javorkin doesn't wear armor.
Yeah, if he did, he'd be
Yeah,
severely
bad about that.
penalized.
Forgot about that.
But yeah,
he could
so
take a shield, but that's about it.
so yeah, at this point they ride off. You can see sort of their dust trail as they ride off into the mountains, and you guys are kind of just picking up the pieces, and you can hear inside of the council chambers, "I think they're gone." And Jurim opens up
Coward.
the door.
Oh, I'm back.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
It's like, Edisot, Simoth, are you okay? And he looks back behind him, and you see them tucked behind Edisot's desk. Where the hell is Brinnery? Where are his hunters? We could have used them.
That's a good question.
Damn it, they're still
Didn't
on the
he send
hunt,
them
aren't
off?
they?
Probably.
You, Fdraig! And he points at you, he says, Did they harm any other civilians?
Weren't there 2 that died? I'm asking Brady. I don't remember.
Yes.
There were more than that.
Well, there were 2 civilians,
civilians.
that died, and then
Oh, right,
there were
right.
2, there were quite a few soldiers that fell in battle, but only 2 civilians.
My bad.
That
I
you guys
told
saw
him that.
anyway, yeah, so.
As far as we can tell, we saw 2 civilians die.
As tragic as it is, at least you were able to fend them off. I have to thank you
There's
for...
a condition for that.
Oh, a condition?
Oh,
Your most valued item.
You sound like the orcs.
The only reason that they left was because Javorkin here
you must be.
is challenging them to ownership of the clan.
Interesting. So, he just put down arms and left after you initiated the challenge?
Yeah, he's more interested in that than anything else. He's been trying to kill me ever since I left.
Well, I don't want to stand in front and in the middle of a blood feud, and it looks like you have a death wish anyway, but you're going through with this?
I'm not gonna cower out.
Is there anything we can do to help you gain an advantage in any way? We have a mystic.
Magic daggers.
He doesn't want that.
If that's possible.
Unless you have some pretty good daggers, there's nothing I would really accept.
We
I'm
can
sure
go
there's something
ask.
in the armory. I'll go check personally. But I do have to thank you for ridding
We
us
can
of
ask
that
Romance as
horde.
well.
Yeah, true.
For what?
The blacksmith that makes weapons.
Oh yeah.
When is your challenge?
Tomorrow.
Beautiful. You can make it for dinner.
At sunrise.
Also, kidding.
Yes.
I
So,
will always accept.
Where is my father? Where's my father?
so it looks like from what you're looking at the town is pretty much not harmed. That was not the orcs' intentions. Since they saw Dravorkin, they came for Dravorkin after his father appeared and coup de grace was initiated. They left, leaving the remains of their fallen orcs for you guys to clean up and loot. They didn't harm any civilians except for the two, and they only fought really the people that were fighting back since their main target was in the center. So, luckily, the town is not harmed. There wasn't time for looting or anything. But Jurum looks at you and says, I will talk to the blacksmith, and I will also look in the armory for anything that could possibly give you an upper edge. And if it's at sunrise, I'll make sure you have it before then. But give me some time.
I appreciate it, friend.
And then he
Jurum,
looks back
where's
and he
my
says, he should be at your house. Have you checked?
No, I have not.
I would go check there, but unless he was out in this main battle, he was not here.
I didn't see him.
I'm sure he's safe, don't worry. We might have to change your title, though.
Oh.
Those weren't mere
How
rabbits
titles
this
work.
time. I kid, yes, you will always be the rabbit slayer. Anyway, Edisot, Simoth, I'll be off. I have work to do now. And they sort of pick themselves up and brush off the dust and sort of gather their thoughts. And yes, and it seems that we will try to help in any way we can. And they sort of go to their respective desks and start fumbling through pages of inventory and stuff like that to see if there's any other materials that they can give Dravorkin. But at this time, Jurum has gone over to the blacksmith, and you guys see him head over to the traders. And this is where Ferdraig, your father, starts to run over. Ferdraig!
Hi,
Yes.
father. Glad to see you're all right.
Where did you learn to fight like that?
Well, you see, I was gonna have a conversation about that with Druin, but he's doing important things. I was off adventuring.
Well, obviously so. You learned some really good things. Did your friends have anything to do with this?
Yes.
Very
They've
nice.
been very inspirational.
I never thought that my son would be a compatible fighter. This is...
Ed?
And you see a tear fall from his eye, and he sort of wipes it away.
I don't know
Sorry,
if you're
sorry,
proud or sad.
Oh, I'm very proud of you, son. Very proud. In
So,
fact,
well-
I can't imagine what life would be like had I forced you to stay like I wanted to, but I am a bit ashamed that I did not let you follow your heart.
Well, that's in the past now. We can make it for dinner.
You know what? That's good, because dinner's being prepped as you speak. We kind of stopped to see and, board up the house a little bit, but I guess that was unnecessary because I have such a compatible fighter as a son. Oh, This is very inspirational, and he gets a D8 inspiration die to use later. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
But please go
Really?
about. I guess maybe we should help clean these bodies.
Sure, Shara, doesn't she?
Yeah.
What has she been doing?
Who?
I know she's a priest now. Does she have healing magic?
I believe so. She's been talking to that old coot up in the non-existent church. But yeah, we can go and see. Do you need healing? You do
Well,
look
I
a
need
little roughed
healing.
up.
Yeah.
Jeff here needs healing. He almost died.
Me. Me too.
I guess Anara needs healing.
Well, I didn't die, but
I don't know. She says
Well,
she's hurt.
How about we all just come and hang out at the house and we'll patch everybody up? How about that?
That
We can
sounds-
also provide you places to stay. I do have a upstairs as well.
awesome.
All right,
Way
so
better than staying at a tavern.
he gestures for all of you to follow him, in which you do. After they patch you up, you all feel that you kind of owe it to the town to go and help clean up. So you make a big old pile of corpses, except for the Dragonborn, and you burn the orc corpses.
We have a cemetery for them.
Yeah, so, and then you allow the soldiers to do. Jurum had recalled a couple of the soldiers from the production of the forward operating base to come back and sort of double the guard, as well as to help with the cleanup and the burial of their fallen comrades. So that's all going on, and that takes place throughout the rest of the night, as you guys can see. And then before we end the session, you guys will all end up getting your full rest and all your spell slots, all that good stuff back. And then,
Before we do that, I'm gonna cast Find Steed for 10
okey-dokey.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where?
What did I miss before we walked into the place?
Into
Around the outside? Yeah, I
What
went to
did-
the bathroom.
you just missed the loot. Did you hear what the loot was?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
It wasn't.
I think it was, what I say, 14 great axes, 14 hide armors that are really fucked up. Pretty much everything that you got weaponized, armor-wise, is really like torn, tattered, banged up.
20 mounts.
And you get a hellhound.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
It's just it keeps all the stats of the other one.
Yeah.
But
Did I get anything? Loot or no?
Well, they all put it into the bag of holding.
Oh, what was it again?
14 hide armors put damaged. 14 great axes put damaged as well. And then if you want to keep the, you can put racial trophies. Each one of them had either elven ears, goblin teeth, like stringed up together as a necklace. They had dragonborn horn cups. I can explain it all later. But yeah, you can just put racial trophies.
Okay.
Alright, so this will conclude tonight's session. And then, just so everyone is aware, next weekend's session is going to be Tony's final session with us for a while. So that is why this
Same.
story arc is happening. So, it will be a conclusion to Dravorkin's story for a good bit, depending on what exactly happens. And then the plan is, after that also, Dan, I don't know if you've put any more thought into it, but Dan had stepped up to try doing some DMing for a little bit. So what we're thinking is that he can run a campaign from one of the module books, and we can play that campaign for a while until Tony comes back. And what I'm kind of thinking of doing is we could do it to where once we get his campaign started and stuff, if you guys are down to play it, we can do like 2 weeks or 2 sessions in a row of that one, come back to this one for 2 sessions in a row, and keep on flip-flopping that way, because I'm going to be very busy for the summer. So
How
Sounds
long
good.
is Tony going to be gone for?
Tony, you said until like what, August-ish?
Wow.
So I have a lot going on with my church, and I'm starting to get more involved, and I
Oh,
just had a
congratulations.
lot of things. We're starting a young adults group and whatnot, so I'm leading that. So there's just a lot of stuff that is about to pop off. So, and I gotta prioritize things.
That's cool.
Obviously, he'll try to make it for like a session if he can, but like while he's getting everything figured out, I've been talking with him, and we're gonna just make it to where we sort of send off Dravorkin, and depending on how the coup de grace goes on, either he dies a hero or he becomes the next villain. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Plot twist: I joined
Yeah.
my dad.
Yeah. But no, we'll see. Like Dravorkin's story will kind of close, and then when he does find time to come back and play, we'll either reintroduce Dravorkin or have him reintroduced as a brand new character. We'll figure it out when that time comes. But I definitely need a break from DMing just because I'm getting busy too with school. Finals are coming up. I'm taking a summer class that is shoved into 3 weeks. That'll take all my time. But I have time enough to play the game, just not to do the prep necessary to run the game. So if you guys are down to sort of start a new campaign that's kind of like helping
More
Dan.
casual.
Side
Yes.
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like more of a casual slash side quest type spiel.
But we would roll new characters and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Is it
so,
going to be in a different world or the same world?
So that has been
Ooh.
not yet been determined.
Okay.
If he's running it from the module, I feel like I could somehow tie that into this world, which could make it to where that adventuring party eventually meets your adventuring party now. So we could make that into a nice little plot kind of line sort of thing, but we'll like figure it out as we go. But as of right now, he'd be running it from a book. That way he can get sort of a sense of what it is to be a DM and stuff like that. And then since he's working night shift, he obviously wouldn't have to, do too much
Do all the
in
prep.
terms of prep and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
But I would be playing as a character instead of the DM at that point.
Nice change of
awesome.
pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, after next session, that'll be the session after that. We'll be doing Dan running the show, and I'm gonna be helping him like get things figured out. But I'll make
How to
sure.
work roll 20.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest hurdles.
Oh,
Would
that's dope.
be yeah.
Yeah.
Nice hellhound, dude.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I can make it into a token for next session, although
Sure.
I don't know if he'll be in combat. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, that's the end of tonight's session. If you have any questions or anything about the new campaign, just holler in the D&D resources chat, and then I'll talk to Dan and figure out what he's comfortable with when we're rolling characters, because I've been doing research and stuff, and there's a lot of options out there that weren't available when we all first started, but they're there now. So I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I'll let you guys know what the rules, I guess, are. But we'll get it all figured out probably before next session, so you can start getting the gears turning, thinking what you want to play. And then my final thought is when we do the new campaign, we'll do a session 0, which is pretty much an introduction to the campaign. Dan will tell us, hey, this is a situation, this is what's going on, this is where you're starting. And then from there, we also build our characters together at one time, instead of build it on your own time and then just bring it to the table. This is what I do. Ah, shit, now we don't have a healer. Kind of like how this session started. No one built their character to be a healer.
Just sort of have 2 complementary healers.
Kind of happened.
Yeah. But yeah, so the session 0 kind of helps it to where, and you don't have to finish your character right there, but you can throw out your concept. This is what I'm planning to do, and sort of introduce them with the appearance and stuff like that. But we'll get it all figured out. But yeah, if you're not interested in making a new character and you don't want to play in the second campaign, just let me and Dan know before we start to get to that point. That way we know how many players are going to be in it.
Okay, so
Okay.
regarding
cool.
that, I would like to play in the second campaign, but I will be gone also for a significantly smaller amount of time than Tony will be gone. I'll
Okay.
be gone from the 24th to the 22nd.
Starting
So for those-
April 24th?
Yes.
Okay, until May 22nd?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Gotcha. So yeah,
But
then
I
what we
would
can
like
do.
to participate if at all possible.
Yeah, it should be. So we'll. I would think that Dan can introduce your character in later. Like as we're playing, we play, and then your character comes in. So.
Kind of like what you guys did with me, type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Any questions? Just ask me or Dan, or throw it into the D&D resources chat, and we'll get it all ironed out beforehand. But yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this here recording, and then I will catch you guys later.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Y'all take it easy.
See you.
All right. Appreciate everyone coming out. So hopefully you had a good old time, and we will see you next time. Peace.